Hello, everybody, and welcome
Fail.
to the
I don't
Sunfall
understand
Cycle.
the importance of community.
Yes, finish your thought. That was beautiful.
Thank you. It's important. Hi,
It
community.
is important. Hi,
What
everyone.
No,
happened?
Jesse, we go live when I say so.
I don't know what happened here.
I don't care.
I couldn't hear anything except music, and I want to let you know the conversation I thought you were having. I thought Bronze kept talking about something about daddy, and I was like, what is happening?
Correct.
What?
And
What
then,
are you hearing
and then
voluntarily?
you go, community, and I was like, oh, that's what they were talking
I
about.
don't think I ever said daddy.
No, you did not. Actually, for once in your life, you didn't say daddy.
Well, when your mouth makes the word community, it looks like daddy on like when you're listening.
Oh.
So it's the same shape.
No, that's not. No, I swear I heard
No.
daddy. I swear I heard.
You're just hearing what you want to hear.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, Big Daddy, we're gonna get the show started today. Are you ready?
Yes, see,
No.
thank you, Steve.
No, we're
Everyone
not ready
looks so
because
beautiful
obviously
today.
Yes,
the only reason why
Steven,
everyone
yes.
here,
Thank
the only
you.
reason why everybody is here, Jesse, is because everyone wants to know what the Sunfall Cycle thinks of the Dune trailer.
Yo, first off,
I haven't
I saw
watched it.
Steven
Go-
tweeted
go-
it, so
go
that's how I
on.
know
Going.
it.
I'm going.
Steven tweeted it. That's how I know that it exists. Let me just say.
Give me your sacred rights of Canley hot takes.
All right,
on,
first off,
on Dune.
I've never read Dune. This is going to say a lot about me. I want you all to know that, first off, you already know what you're getting here, so don't pretend like this is new to you. I've never read Dune. I've never seen the movie Dune. I have played Dune, the porn video game. So I
That
don't.
sounds exactly correct.
So you got a
Yeah.
tray of D's nuts.
So I wish that was the case. But I do, because of that game, I do know the plot of Dune. And so while watching the trailer, I was like, oh, yeah, that's that thing. And
Your
so
only reference to the franchise is porn.
I'm honest with who I am.
Okay.
And yeah, so I don't know much, but what I do know, my initial reaction was the entire trailer is like, he's in this? She's in this? What? The entire time I was like, how many people they got in this damn movie? So I was very impressed by that. One of the things I do know is that it is notoriously hard to take this story and make it into something besides a book. So I don't know what the hell it's going to be like, but it looks dope as shit, so I'm in.
This beaded veil is amazing.
I love the look on Britt and Braun's faces sum up my look exactly. I was like, oh, it looks dope. I don't know what is it. How are they? Is it all one movie or is it more than one?
No,
movie?
I think there's gonna be two.
What?
There's two movies.
What? I
Yeah.
haven't heard of that. You
No?
think the Book of Dune is gonna be split into two movies?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now that you're mentioning it, maybe I'm completely off base. In my head, I thought they already said they're doing two movies.
Two movies.
But
for the
I
first
don't
book
have a
is what
source
chat
for you.
says.
There are many books, and therefore there is the
Oh,
opportunity.
the Book of Dune. Sorry, no, the first book, Jesse and Steven, the first book, Dune,
It's
is going to be
two
two movies.
Interesting.
Whoa, cool. Okay, I didn't know that. Wow.
Okay.
That
Oh,
makes
good.
sense.
For a second, I was like, I don't know why I said that. I thought it was, I couldn't tell you.
Especially,
But,
I think,
okay.
especially considering how much they're hyping up Oscar Isaac. Now, based on what I know from the porn game, I feel
Yeah.
like that character, right? Like, you know, there's a lot of.
Is Oscar Isaac Leto?
Yeah.
I think
He's
so.
heavy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Duncan, Idaho is Jason Momoa.
Yeah. See,
I like that casting.
based on what I know, I feel like this one's going to be a huge setup, and the second one's going to be like, we ride. So I feel like that's the. Yeah.
It's surprising to me that Dune is apparently so difficult to make into a movie because my memories of that book, and I've read it fairly recently, like within the last decade. There's lots of high action and there's lots of like intrigue. It's very like Warhammer 40K and like the scene manipulation and like the secret societies and the religion and the seeding of just like also it's like it's actually pretty cool and high concept and I think
It's,
you can
yeah.
get
It's
to the heart.
extremely Baroque.
Yeah, but like, it's one of those things where a lot of the I can't believe I'm having a conversation with you, and I have no basis of knowledge for
Sorry,
this.
I was about to get so mad. I was like, are they not going to show me
I'm
one
gonna shut up.
worm?
There's
Not
no
one
reason
worm
for
in the whole trailer, and then like at the end, I was like, okay.
Yep. So good.
Well, I think this movie, like the book itself, is so detailed, and there's so many things you kind of have to learn as you go to understand the rest of the book. That like, if you were to take that and turn it into a movie, one, there's all these epic scenes, so that's a huge budget piece right there.
Yes.
So you have to make all of these like decisions about which epic scenes you shoot and how and where you put all that money. So I think it's probably I don't know what the budget was, but it's got to be a very expensive movie to make.
Well, they definitely said this was like we're doing it. We're actually gonna make a Dune movie.
That's like the only way you can do it, I feel like.
Sure.
So I don't know. I mean,
I need to read that book. I've never read it.
Can I
You should read
recommend
it. I don't
a
like the
faster
later
way
ones
to
very
intake the
much,
knowledge?
So like, here's the truth.
Do you not like reading?
Here's the truth about Dune. It's not actually very good.
no.
I assumed because, like, okay, not to.
No,
I want to be very careful
disagree.
and not disparage the whole community, but there was a certain subset of kid in college that liked Dune and thought it made him smarter than everybody else. And
See, that's the problem, is when you think Dune makes you smarter than other people. Like, that's
so
the
it
issue.
just kind of turned me off from it, you know.
It's fun to read. Like, I loved reading
Yeah.
it. It was a
Yeah.
fun read, but I don't know that I disagree with Steven in saying that it wasn't good. Like, I don't know that it was good. I had fun reading it, but it's not some
Mhm.
fucking book that you read and you get to be like, well, now that I've read Dune, like,
Do you mean people's
The fuck?
affinities for fandoms are not a suitable replacement to a personality?
not Dune.
Well, yeah, but no,
What?
but Dune is
Spicy
different,
take.
man. Dune is
Spicy
The
take
Sunfall
from a
Cycle
fellow
DnD.
gamer to another
right.
gamer.
I don't know. It was
I
different.
feel like the idea that we all
They
go
were-
around reading books and playing games and consuming media and be like, this will be my personality.
Well, I'm a big fan of sci-fi, right? And so
Zero.
many of the Doom people, like, I basically steeled my soul against all. I was like, I'm never gonna read this fucking
That's-
book because, like, people, they're like, oh, how can you be a fan of sci-fi? You haven't read Doom, and I was like, Dune, and I'm like, watch me.
It's not like you're a
There
baby
has
and they're like, before you come into
Well,
sci-fi, you
watch
must
me.
read the Dune.
That's what they were
Look-
like. Girls like, oh, how can you
Wait,
be a fan?
who? Who are
It's
these
also-
people?
Dude.
It's
Who are these
also
Dune
problematic
gatekeepers?
There
in
has-
a number of ways.
Yes,
that
it's
book.
extremely white saviory. It's a
Very
product of its time.
problematic
Yeah.
with that
It's
bullshit.
It's extremely, but I mean, when someone said there's no better story about that's a space opera about real estate than Dune.
There we go. Eric nailed it. No
Yep.
better space opera about
So
real
like,
estate.
I want to qualify my. It's not actually very good. I love Dune. I'm so fucking hyped. That trailer looks dope as hell. That movie looks dope as hell.
Dude, Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
It did nothing for me,
Guys,
and I
Jason
love Dune.
Zendaya, whoever the fuck Paul Atreides is. I don't know that kid, but he looks amazing. Awesome. But like,
That's Timothy
Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah,
Timothée Chalamet.
Oh, is that one
Yeah,
of those
he
people
did
everyone
the
talks
King.
about,
He did
but I have
the
no
Prince,
idea who he
the
is?
King. Oh my God. You have to watch the Charles V adaptation on Netflix. Shit, it's so good. Oh my God, it's so fucking good.
My point is that
Prince,
like
what's it called?
you can love a thing. You can be excited about a thing. You can love it while still acknowledging like, this isn't. It's not that great.
Oh, you mean Star Wars?
right? Yes. Right.
Yo,
So-
I almost died because I said Star Wars had more bad movies than they had good ones, and I was almost killed that day.
Here's
No.
the thing.
True.
It's an
You
extreme
ain't wrong.
sport.
You're not
It's
wrong.
true. There's
I'm
only one
not.
good movie of it, so yeah, you're right.
100% not wrong. Star Wars, 110%.
But I
has
also,
more bad
I'll be
movies than it
real.
has
I
good
also
ones.
feel the same way about Star Trek. Just saying.
Uh-huh.
it. Just
I
saying it.
haven't watched a lot of Star Trek, if I'm being
Star
honest.
Trek
I'm-
movies.
for that.
I think there are 2, maybe 3 good ones, and there are how many Star Trek movies? Come on now. I think sci-fi is genuinely hit and miss. That's why I can't
Yeah.
sit through Doctor Who. Doctor Who for
It
me
also
is like
depends on
Yo,
what you're
okay.
comparing. Like,
But
what are you
Prince-
like, are you comparing it to the other Dune books? Because if you are, then that first book is great. Like, which,
Yeah.
what are you
Can-
comparing this stuff to? You know what I mean? Everyone has a different measure.
Hold on real quick. Is there a way in chat to just highlight somebody so you see every single message this person says?
what?
Because we
Bud Prince is just on it. They just come in and just snipe
Wait,
the
Bud
best, the
Prince?
perfect, the
Would've been-
perfect takes
oh.
all the time. Dune is
Dune is-
extremely
Dune is
heterosexual.
extremely
And that is
heterosexual.
100% valid criticism of Dune.
Well, yeah, that's why I played the porn game.
makes sense.
Oh, there you go. We fixed it.
That was how they marketed it.
Yeah. I found it on the internet
the
one
game.
day while I was working. And I was like,
They
I
do
gotta
in the
play
game.
this.
Very heterosexual.
Dune and Lord of the Rings have the exact same problem where it's like literally just like this alternate reality book, like alternate history book, and like you're like, why would you read this? Like why would any normal human being choose to
No,
read
it's
an alternative
true.
history book instead of actually something valuable, right?
Guys, I keep trying to read Lord of the Rings lore, and I just fucking can't make myself care about it.
Don't
Like,
do
if
that.
you read
Don't do that.
No, I've
fiction-
given up. I was like, everybody else likes Lord of the Rings so much. I want to be able to banter with them about characters. Because when you guys start talking about that, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Just watch
But I
the
don't want
movies.
you bad enough to read that stuff. I don't.
Just
think.
watch
I love
the
you guys. I'm gonna be
movies.
supportive of you.
Just
Okay.
watch and
Don't
enjoy
you
the
think that
movies.
Brit is really being a real Glorfindel right now.
Oh my god.
Extremely.
Glorfindel is great though.
What's that?
Exactly.
What is
Oh,
a Glorfindel? See, I'm not gonna look it up.
Oh no, Brit.
Watch the movie.
Glorfindel is like a little tiny gnome creature. You should definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very popular with the Lord of the Ringies. That's what they call themselves. You should definitely.
Wait,
bring
okay. If
Listen.
everyone's called the Lord of the Ringies, then maybe I do want to.
She does have the hair of Glorfindel for sure.
I love
Wow,
Lord
what
of the
is
Rings.
this? Will
It's
you
like my
please-
guilty pleasure, so I gotta chill. But I balance it out with because my favorite piece of science fiction is Foundation. So I think like the good writing really kind of balances out the.
What?
Speaking of which, there's a Foundation show coming out.
Why? Some things
Because-
don't
because-
translate well to like the non-written page.
Because companies
right?
need to ruin everything you love.
Well, it's
here's
so
the
much
thing,
of that
Ron,
book is
sometimes-
conversation based. Like I don't think people will enjoy it.
Is it Amazon Prime? Do anyone remember who was doing it?
We all want to think that someone will put their brain
Apple.
in a computer and return in 1,000 years to tell us how to fix the mess that we're all under.
What?
Like we're gonna
That's-
be around in 1,000 years.
Yeah.
We are.
Good
Yeah.
one,
You
dude.
kidding me?
Good joke, dude.
That's the only problem with Foundation. It assumes that civilization will survive for a 1,000-year cycle.
That's a long time. I've been thinking about that a lot lately. I'm like, look, America's only been a country for like 200 years. Like, this is
Yeah.
not good. It's not looking good. The Earth has been around for billions of years.
Oh yeah, you have like all of the dominating empires of antiquity that no one remembers. We're just going right into that graveyard. That's right there. They got several seats for us a couple
Yeah.
hundred years from now.
I feel
Hold
like
on.
we are in the middle
History,
of that time where humanity is accelerating to the point of no return. We're just like, woo!
Whoa.
But
Why are
we are-
getting-
we are-
What if we're
Every
accelerating to the
human
point of
empire, every
return?
human endeavor fails. It's just eventually. It's just part of it. And
Where
it's part,
is
it's just
your
part of the process.
exploratory spirit?
That's why it's okay for people to make bad movies based on books that you like.
There's
See?
We
audio
did
sync
not
issues.
get this far. Being human beings will succeed, and when this earth dies, we will leave it and find a new earth to ruin, and we will continue to do so into the future.
Vote Jesse for president.
Jesse,
I
for
just
president.
saw an article that suggested that there was an even more habitable planet a mere 1,200 light years away.
Only 1,200 light years. Ooh.
Only 1,200 light years.
Yo,
That's just 5 installations. Wait, no, 6 installations of just 199.99 light years.
Wow.
That's not bad.
That's
1200
not bad.
I mean, 1,200
That's
light
a
years
deal.
is a next door neighbor. That would still take, if it's assuming the best craft we have could go 1/10 the speed of light. That's way outside of human generation.
Well, that's why we're
So,
building a
that's
colony
how-
ship. 18
Yeah, you would have to.
colony ships will be built by the civilizations of man, and all of them will travel to 18 colonies. And those
Dude, if
who
they're-
survive will breed a new race of mankind, and I will be their techno god. Let us begin our march to the future. Let us rule the galaxy as we intended to. Humanity
Speaking
will
of-
not fall. I am your one true savior.
Speaking of sci-fi and
got
fantasy and space and techno gods and civilization ships,
Warhammer.
Gideon the
In
Ninth.
the Ninth.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. You got me reading it. I was not expecting that. I did not know that's what they meant by shuttle. When the shuttle shows up, I did not get that.
I need to read this book so I understand
I
what
was
you're
thinking
talking
of a bus.
about.
I was definitely considering a bus taking 20 minutes. It is
I need to
good.
read that this week. I need to finish it. I barely
It is that
started it.
good shit.
Maybe I'll
Is
do
it
that.
super
today.
long? or
Also,
is
the
it-
audiobook is fantastic.
It is.
This
Ooh.
version of it is great.
It's not super
I need
long.
to start
It is
doing
it's a
audiobooks
solid
again.
book, but it's not super long. But the writing is so fucking snappy. You will not think that any time has passed from when you start to when you finish.
Correct.
It is like
That is
it is the most incisive.
Time has no
like,
meaning.
hooky-
honestly, yeah. It is
So the opposite of Brandon Sanderson.
honestly it
It is the
carries
opposite
it.
of-
It carries the book in a lot of like for me like getting through the first parts because like there's a lot going on. Okay, but really just the writing and the dialogue is just so fucking snappy and quippy and good. It is just like it is delicious. Yeah.
I love when people describe anything as delicious that isn't
I
food.
was just gonna say that.
It's one of my
I love-
favorite-
succulent. It's succulent.
Yeah, no, I'm not,
Juicy.
it's not even like joshing. I'm not even like
Oh.
poking fun. I
What's his
love
name?
when people describe things as delicious. Love it.
It's got a Guy Ritchie element to it, but it's like a female writer.
Wait a minute. So it's like, all right, bruvs. So this is what we're gonna do. Cut to the scene and then cut back to them like, and that's the plan. Is that it?
Not. I mean, the cinematography, no, but the dialogue kind of aspects of it are.
That's my
are
absolute
there.
favorite Guy Ritchie thing
It's-
ever, because it's every movie. Every
Yeah.
single movie is
It
like,
is.
all right, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
which
here's
is why
our
fucking
plan.
the King Arthur
Cut the
one is
scene.
so good. That movie is so good.
King Arthur, that
Yeah.
movie is like a guilty
Fucking
pleasure.
amazing.
It's so much fun for being as dumb as it is. Let's
Yeah,
be real.
the
It's
fucking
stupid.
scene about telling him the story about the furs and the Viking.
It's
like,
hilarious.
Go find that clip for 2 minutes, and you're like, okay, I'm in. Like, ignore the rest of the movie. But it's like that. I just want to watch an entire thief movie about like running London in the Dark Ages. Like, it's so fucking good.
Have you
Seriously.
read Lies of Loch Lamora?
Yeah, absolutely. It's favorite
Yeah,
one favorite
no.
all-time favorite books.
Yeah, that one's good too.
Yeah.
Wait, so
I-
if you like Lies of Loch Lamora and you like Gideon the Ninth, then that means I'll probably like Gideon
Yes.
the Ninth.
Very
Wait,
much so.
hold on. Have you guys read Jurassic Park?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
okay.
are you
Yes.
Was it a
wait?
good read?
are
I haven't
you-
read it.
Is that the one with the dinosaurs?
I think
Or
so.
were you
yeah.
trying to fuck with us?
Is he
Like,
trolling?
it's not.
What's happening?
It's not terrible. What are you talking about?
That was just. It's a very old book, and it's
What
one
is
that I
the-
assume most people have read at some point in their life. So that's why I was inquiring as whether
Oh,
This came up.
as to whether you would have enjoyed that book.
This came up, and I could not remember
You
what it is.
left out
What is the thing? What is the thing that they have to feed the dinosaurs so they don't die?
What?
What is
Lysine.
the
oh,
lysine? Thank
Yeah.
you, lysinium.
Lawyers.
Lawyer. Yeah.
Hey, you have read the book.
because they have that deficiency, so
Yeah.
if they ever get out, they die, right?
Lysine deficiency.
Yes, but nature
Couldn't remember what it was.
finds a
Life
way.
finds a way.
I remember that the scientist from the first movie that's just kind of like a 2-minute blip being like an actual evil person in the
Oh,
book.
you mean one of BD Wong, one of the best actors, period.
Yes,
And then they were like,
100%.
make him a main character because it's fucking BD Wong. Yes, let's keep
Yeah.
this going. Let's
Yeah.
BD Wong it.
I'm here for it. They should. His character was a lot bigger in the books and was up to some shit. And I was
Yeah.
like, I'm here for it. I like
Also,
him.
Rip
He's a cutie
Muldoon.
pie.
Rip Muldoon survived the books.
Yeah.
Bit it in the movie.
Shoot. Ah.
It
All right.
upsets me tremendously. That was my favorite character in the books. I was like, I love it's me, Muldoon. I'm the hunter. I'm gonna get this fucking velociraptor.
Yeah,
And I was like,
yeah.
yeah.
That
Muldoon
sounds South
for
African,
a
but
good
I like
chunk
it. It's
of-
close enough.
I was gonna say, for a good chunk of my life, I assumed every Australian looked and sounded like Muldoon, and then I met one, and I was
Yep.
so disappointed when I was like 13.
No,
They're like, "Oh, we're
He's
from
South African, isn't he?
Australia." I thought he was Australian when I was a kid. I don't know.
okay, then that's my bias. I just assume every like
I
hunter
was-
type person is a South African like mercenary, and I
I
feel
was a
maybe
tiny
that's my
little
bad.
Punjabi kid. I had no idea what he was, and I saw the movie.
That's Muldoon's Dutch, isn't it?
I have done.
What is happening over there? Why are you
This is
making
important
us
to me.
question
I don't know what's
everything?
going on.
Eric has just built
No?
this alternate reality in his head.
My
from
life
the time
is
he
just-
read Jurassic
He's
Park
just a
when he was
Dutch guy
12.
from South Africa,
A
right?
stained glass of memories. My brain is broken. It's just shattered.
Is it
It's
Bernstein
because-
or Berenstain?
When the Netherlands
Oh, no.
explored dinosaurs.
I couldn't pronounce it in the doctor's office anyway, so who cares?
That's a good joke. All right, Steven, save us from ourselves. Take us away to the world
From
of
the existential crisis
Kairos
we
being dead.
created.
Remember how that happened? Remember when
Wolverine
Kairos
is an Irish
died?
name.
What? So
Fucking
as
what do I
was,
know?
As I was off having an existential crisis in the kitchen prior to our show,
Wait,
I
so is he
heard-
Australian? Never mind. I'm sorry. Continue, because
I heard Eric complaining about me killing him somehow. What was it that caused you to die instead of getting your 1 HP save?
Oh, your fucking magic missile. Fucking coward.
Oh man, it's so good.
Because it's
That's
multiple
right.
damages. So it
Magic
gets me.
missile. Amazing.
multiple damages.
Yeah, because you know the
Multiple
half-orcs got the
damage.
relentless
Mold.
endurance.
Multiple.
Moldunable.
Dunable.
All right. Can we just all agree that the South African accent is the sexiest accent?
What are you talking about?
No?
What is happening right now? Steven, rein us in.
Okay.
We're gonna be
Never
sitting here
mind.
talking about
Apparently
sexy
that's
accents
just
for the
me.
next 25
Just
minutes.
me.
Rein it in,
So-
Steven.
No, I'm gonna put a pause on you, Eric. That's what we'll talk about next week. So everyone, go off this week,
Pin.
decide what the sexiest accent is, and we'll discuss it next time.
Britt has run a meeting before. Thank you. Thank you, Eric. We're
Everyone, take it away. Bring it
We're
back
gonna
now.
pin that.
Steven,
Pick it up
go
next
ahead.
time. I'm putting it on the agenda.
It's on the agenda next week. Sexiest accents right now. Dungeons and Dragons.
Last time we established that I don't think I've ever heard a South African accent, so I don't know how sexy it is, Eric. Why do you think that it's the sexiest accent?
I'm afraid to indulge. I feel like everyone's waiting for me
You
to go
were
back
supposed to be the
Dungeons
best of
and
us.
I
Dragons.
just
I'm
worked
feeling
so
a lot
hard
of
to help
pressure
you,
right
Steven.
now.
you were
You're
supposed to be the
just
best of us. I feel
walking
like you
all
were so
over the
low.
work I put in.
And I feel like if I engage this question, Britt will kill me. So
You were the
I don't
chosen
care.
one, Steven.
I'm
All right.
comfortable with it. I'm just trying to help guide the show.
Britt is producing.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
her
producing-
produce.
I know.
Eric,
I'm producing.
you stand atop the fallen body of your magic missile blasted brethren, Kairos, who lays prone on the floor, his javelin near at hand, staring down the barrel of this slick limestone tunnel that you find yourself in, is a fully loaded bone naga who stares at you with empty eyes with tiny beaded points of red glowing back within them, its fangs dripping and crackling with magical energy.
Why did you describe
do
it as
you do?
fully loaded? Like it's just is it like souped up?
It's a fully loaded bone naga. Come on, you're staring down the barrel of a fully loaded. Come on,
I
fully
love
loaded
that.
Bone
Eric.
naga. Yeah, all right. And it is my turn to act. I look at him and I stare down the barrel of his I don't know, what's he got a barrel of? The barrel of his mouth that shoots fireballs or whatever the hell. And I shoot my arrow to save my friend because I want to hold it against him that he died.
Ah.
And do I need to do my insightful fighting again for this?
Yeah, he's outside of.
Yep.
He doesn't have an ally.
Yep.
I get that.
Oh, naga. Nope, you got it.
Sorry, Bone Naga.
His
You
head
look at the way
highlights
he
yellow.
moves, you understand how he's going to fight. Strangely, in your mind, you are gendering this snake that's made out of bones, but it's fine. We do that all the time.
And I say to the Bone Naga, I say, God, I can't screw this up. I say, hey, Bone Naga.
Wow.
I got
Nailed it.
nothing. I shoot him.
I have a bone to pick
It
with
says,
you.
it says,
Do you find
Oh.
this humorous?
Thank
Like, there's a
you.
million.
No, you're right. You're right. I got you. Thank you, Kairos. You can go back to being dead. I look at him and I say, "Hey, Bone Nugga, I've got a bone to pick with you." And then I shoot my longbow and miss.
Amazing. Yeah, your arrow flies past its head, and it just fixes you with its beady, glowing red eyes, and it says, "You're not gonna survive this."
I don't even know this guy talked. That's really impressive. That's very good.
I love the idea of Kyra's lying on the ground and just being like, "Oh, bone to pick," and then Jesse's character's being like, "Shut up! I've got a bone to pick with you."
That's exactly how it happened.
Aya shows up. Oh, just bone already and kills it.
Oh God.
Unfortunately, on the other end of this connection of caverns, so the camera zooms, just like flying across the rippling spinal column of this bone naga, down, turns a passageway, like flips downwards and descends, and then turns a couple more corners before it opens up into this like huge obsidian walled room with this wrought stone ceiling and a massive monstrous skull against the back wall. At the entrance to this room, Aya and Ankara stand insensate, scrambling furiously to try to escape these like flesh blobs that are covered in mouths and eyes that emit this horrific burbling noise. The gibbering mouthers attack. Let's see. I'm gonna just like grab these guys just right there. Yep, cool.
I hate they're called gibbering mouthers.
Is it?
I hate it.
Is it gibbering or gibbering?
Gibbering.
I think it's gibbering, but scholars such as Elminster and Volo actually disagree on the proper pronunciation. And of course, when you are a mage, the pronunciation of the creature is critically important to proper functioning of the spell.
Yeah.
Anyway, they bite at you. Gibbering Mouth at number 5.
We call them big mouths.
Strikes at Aya with a multi-attack. Here's one bite. Oh no, it hits you, dealing you 17 piercing
We're gonna
damage.
die. We're gonna fucking die.
We're 100% dead.
And now I need you to make a DC 10 strength saving throw.
I mean, they are dead for sure.
Hey, you nail it. No problem. You're not knocked prone, and you're not killed or absorbed into the mouther. This mouther launches a blinding spittle. It's gonna do it. It launches it at you. Would you make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw?
You got this. You got this.
I think I clicked it.
You did, and you save. You are not blinded. However, these gibbering mouthers, -4 to their intelligence, not the brightest in the world. He spat it right in front of himself, and also right next to all 4 of his allies right there. Or 3 of his allies right there. So 6, 2, and 4, as well as 5, are all going to make the same, trying to make that same saving throw. So here's 6, 2, 4, and 5. So 5, the one who's currently acting, is not blinded, but 6, 2, and 4 are. And I'm just going to put this little frowny face on them to indicate.
Y'all fighting idiots.
All right, awesome. Meanwhile, gibbering mouther number 3 slimes its way over towards Ankara and does the same, striking with a fanged appendage, which misses, and then firing a glob of blinding spittle.
What save is it?
And Kara, would you make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw? No problem. 3, 7, and 1 are in the same troubling circumstance. 3, 7, 1. So 3 blinds itself, but 5. But 7 and 1 are both fine. And Kara, it is now your turn to retaliate.
I would.
Oh wait! First, you have to make a saving throw against. You have to make a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw. Nailed it. You can act normally.
Cool. I would love to place a wall of fire directly through all of the gibbering mouthers.
Woo!
Amazing. I love it.
Light them up. Let's see.
Fantastic. Here they go. Oh, wow.
Nice.
It's not long enough. Amazing.
Cool.
Look at
Yeah.
Is that just
Look
your
at
mouth,
that production
your
value.
mouse?
Okay, DC 14 dexterity saving throw. So I'm going to make 7 dex saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at that.
Oh, good lord.
A number 4 and number 7 both save, which means I believe that they take half damage. Is that right?
Probably.
Let's take a look. That's
let me
usually
look.
the way this goes. Wall.
Yeah, half as much on a successful save. Failed save, they take full damage.
Yeah. Then if they end their turn on it, they take extra damage. Isn't that how that works?
Yeah, on the side of the wall, so I can make the castle. To each creature that ends its turn within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. A
Minus
creature takes the same
26.
damage and enters the wall for the first time on a turn, ends its turn there.
Oh my god,
So
they
if
have
it
so much
doesn't-
health.
Move.
Mouth hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my god, Britt,
The
they
other
have
side
so
of
much
the wall
health.
deals no damage. Wait, I'm not looking. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me?
Britt,
like
they have so much
A
health.
third of their. That's like a third of their health.
I was like,
I thought you nuked all of them. I was like,
I
this
did
is
too.
gonna
I
be-
was like, I'm gonna burn all these
No.
little assholes down. Oh my god.
No. No, y'all are dead.
Oh guys, this is my destination.
Yep, minus 13 and then minus 26.
I hate these things, dude. Naja used to use these too.
Yeah.
Like when you said it, I remember
These are-
like 4 years ago, like a game in 2016, they play with Naja when she was like gibbering. And I was like, no!
For those of
Yeah.
you in
I,
chat, who
I didn't
watched,
remember them being so strong.
a little show called The West Marches. The gibbering mouthers were what killed Dodger.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
They'll get you.
They are the one of the most deadliest tools in a
They're,
GM's
they're
arsenal.
secretly
They're certainly
incredibly
not going to
dangerous.
make it.
They are incredibly bad.
Now, Ankara, for what it's worth, you are aware that that the sound that these creatures make grows, it just like swells in intensity when they are close to you. And if you can get 20 feet away from them, you will no longer be affected by the like mind
Yeah,
disrupting
I think
power.
moving is a great idea.
So
I will move.
cool.
Um,
Are you trying to get like around the wall, around them, further into the room? Are you like
I
running?
guess I'm trying to
back
like,
into the hallway?
do I have room to just back away from them?
Yeah, I think you can back into the hallway, probably like to that 20-foot range, and then beyond that, it's actually like another one of those tight, sort of like down on hands and knees or like shimming on your belly sort of crawls.
Okay.
So
yeah, I mean, I don't see this going well in terms of us killing these things, so I think we just have to get out.
I have been surprised.
Maybe shoot them from, if I can get away from them and shoot them with my arrows or something, that's probably fine. But I don't think being near them is a good idea.
Yes. All right. So you back off into the tunnel. Yeah. Meanwhile, the Sapone Naga hisses, and what is it gonna do? How many hit points do you have? Oh my God, you have so many. Oh, he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that at all. That's not going to work. No, it's not going to work at all. Wait. Nope. All right. The bone naga opens its mouth, and you see a green boiling orb of acid grow down in its gullet, and it spits out an acid arrow at you, Sarek Bashar.
And I dodge.
Yeah, it misses you completely. It just hits the wall and spatters uselessly.
Haters! Right? I do like a little like soldier boy. Right?
Let's see.
Oh! When I soldier boy out the way.
That's a throwback.
Superman?
Yeah. Right? Gonna do this. Right?
So...
Right, kids? Right? Kids at home?
I mean, you're not wrong, I don't think.
No, you're not wrong. I just didn't think about that for...
I would say maybe you're not incorrect, but you might be wrong.
There we go.
Okay, so hold on. So just for everyone in chat, there used to be a time in the world where you had a phone that flipped up. and that used to be everyone's ringtone. It was called the Motorola Razr, and it came in like 4 garish colors, and everyone had that.
One.
Yeah, and
Me
everyone
too.
had that as their ringtone.
Did you have the gaudy one that had like a dragon thing on it, or it had like some type of thing lasered onto it?
No,
Early 2000s was a weird time.
But I put I put little charms on it.
Fair. Oh yeah, cell phone charms were definitely a thing. Yeah.
This was the era of cell phone charms
I miss
and Linkin
Park. I want another flip phone. I like
also, is it
it's fun
just
to get off the phone when you're on a flip phone and you're like, yep, and the call is over.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. There's like a
physically end the call. It's less
Right?
satisfying to be like, okay, bye.
Boop. I know. I agree. Yeah.
Chat's
Yeah.
reminder that was
2000s,
8 years ago.
I feel like we put
not
dragons on
1300.
everything. Am I crazy? I feel
No,
like we
you're
put
right.
dragons
No,
on everything.
early 2000s, there were dragons on everything. Steven's
Yeah,
trying to
shirts.
still, I think.
The
Anyways, we're like in the
sound
middle of a
that you
fucking
hear
game.
emanating from the mouths of these
Oh,
gibbering
sorry,
mouthers
but-
is just flip phone, flip phone, flip phone, flip phone, flip phone.
Sounds like a gibbering.
And this gibbering mouther number 2. So let's see. And Kara, I'm guessing that you. So I think that the way this works is that gibbering mouther number 6 over here, whoop, and gibbering mouther number 3 were too far forward for you to put the wall in front of them. Instead, you put it through them.
Okay.
Everybody else is on the other side of the wall. So gibbering
Yes.
mouther number 2 slimes its way forwards to try to get over to Aya, moving through the wall, and trying to strike at you, Aya. First,
Entropic ward.
Does it take damage when it moves through the wall?
that's what I was about to say. First, I need Britt to do the fire damage again. Roll that.
Should I just click on it, or is it
Yeah.
5d8? It's 5d8.
Yep. Cool. And here's that dexterity saving throw. It's DC 14. Fails, takes 26
So many
damage.
ones.
Amazing.
Okay.
And then it bites at you, Aya.
No, I might kill one of them.
Snarf. It has disadvantage because it is blinded.
Sorry, did it,
And,
did it snarf?
Oh,
Is
then I
that-
don't even need entropic ward then.
No, and it misses.
Okay.
Do you entropic ward prior to the roll?
Yeah, I do. I didn't know it had disadvantage though, or I forgot. So
Right. Yep. In your panic at being surrounded by 7 gibbering mouthers, you fired off an entropic ward, despite the creature being blind. But
Yeah.
it misses you, and you take no damage. Fortunately, it is your turn to react. However, the sound of these gibbering mouthers just burbling in your ears acts like a tar and a sludge, sucking your mind down into the waves
God,
of
I'm
its
not wise.
sonorous. Please make a wisdom saving throw. You nail it.
Nice.
You claw yourself back together out of the depths of this muddy tar pit.
Okay.
And you recognize there's a wall of fire right in front of you
Mhm.
and 7 gibbering mouthers, and Inkara
Okay.
running away behind you.
I'm gonna disengage
Okay, cool.
because I think I made my strength save, right? So I can move like my full movement.
Because
Because I rolled a strength save for the difficult terrain.
I forgot about the difficult terrain.
Yeah. Oh wait,
Fleshy.
I didn't do that.
The fleshy
Kidding.
jello.
I mean that didn't happen.
Yeah, please roll a strength saving throw.
I already did mine.
It doesn't matter. You have to do
Wait,
it at
what
the
is
start
this
of each
for?
turn. So
Oh
the
my gosh.
terrain around the gibbering mouthers gets like warped and distorted by their burbling nonsense.
Oh.
And it's difficult terrain, and you have to make a DC 10 strength saving throw, or else you're stuck in place. We're hand waving.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't have said anything.
Why
I'm
would you
being
do this
honest
to
for
yourself?
Being honest.
But
You know
fortunately, fortunately, Aya is such a good GM that she remembered the mechanics of these creatures.
Well, if I'm stuck in place, then I'm shooting them.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Get them.
I don't have any goddamn spell slots, but I can push them
No.
through the firewall.
Push them
Yeah.
back. Yes.
I'm gonna
That's
hit
all we have to
this
do.
one, and I'm gonna hit the next one that's closest to me. This
If you
one.
make 2 trips through that firewall, they'll die.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I gotta worry about all these ones, but I'm just gonna go for the 2. Is
But
this
only
one-
2 of them were out
Is
front.
this one closer to me, or is this one closer to me? I'm actually gonna go for the one that's not blinded, because that's probably the smarter move.
I kill that one because it's not a
Yeah.
disadvantage.
All right. So first Eldritch Blast. That's not gonna work.
That does work.
It does?
Yes, these are like massive amorphous blobs of
Oh,
like
okay.
flesh.
So that one
With
sends
no
this
protection.
dude back
Okay,
and deals
this way.
12 force damage.
Minus 12.
You go through the wall?
It does go through the wall, but it has already been through the wall once on its turn.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
And then I'm going to smack this one back.
okay,
Or attempts to.
12 hits, 5
Oh,
damage.
that was a bad roll.
And it goes back 10 feet?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
I'm going to hope the blinded one doesn't hit me, but you know, who knows? Awesome.
All right, Gibbering Mouther number 1 sort of like slimes its way over here through the wall of fire.
I'm just realizing 3 was the initiative and not the order it went in. I'm just because then I should have hit that one, but I thought it was Gibbering Mouther 3, but that's the roll. You know what? It's fine.
It's
I'm
fine.
clearly-
It's fine.
I'm on my first cup of coffee.
It's fine.
And then it bites at you, barf, missing entirely, and then it fires a glob of blinding spittle at you,
Oh my
Aya.
god.
Please make a
Okay.
DC 13 dexterity
Oh
saving
my
throw.
God.
You nail it. It looks like Gibbering Mouther 3, 4,
Did you
and
give it its
6.
damage?
Matrix dodging it.
Oh
Here's-
yeah, it did walk through the wall.
Did it
3,
take its damage?
4, and 6. In Kara, rather, I need you to. Oh no, I did. It made its saving throw, so it took
Okay.
13 points of damage. Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So let's see. Oh right, and I need a roll for number 1. So yeah, so DC 13. So number 1 is not blind. Number 3, number 2 is blind. Number 3. Oh wait. Number 1, fine. Number 3, not fine. Blinded again. Number 4 saves. Number 6 blinded. So yeah, there we go. We haven't actually changed the number of blinded gibbering.
I hate this, Britt.
It's not pleasant. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say that I like it.
They're terrible.
Don't like it.
Kairos. Need you to roll a
Death
20,
save.
bro.
Okay, no problem.
Oh,
120
there's
coming
no
up.
way we make it
Nope.
through this.
So for the record, I'm at 2 successes, 1 fail.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right. Gibbering Mouther, number 6, is blind, walks through the firewall. Please give me that 5d8 damage. Here's that dexterity saving throw. Fails. It's going to
Hoping
take the
this
full
blind
amount.
will save me.
Oh, did you say me, Steven?
Yes, please.
Sorry.
Minus 28. Not bad. From Hellheart bites
God.
thee.
I'm going to just kill one?
shit.
Good Lord.
It hits.
No.
Mhm.
Good night.
It
Bye
only deals
bye.
you 21 piercing damage.
Good
Mhm.
night.
Yeah, I'm at
Have a
0.
retrospective on the moon.
Yeah.
And then Gibbering Mouther number 7 crawls through the wall.
Loon just
then
has a
crawls.
conference room. We're like budgeted for 9:30.
19. Let's do that. Fails. 19 damage. Very nice. Crawls a second 10 feet towards you, Ankara.
At least we're going down swinging, Bronze.
I know, we are hurting them.
At least we're not getting absolutely owned. Something's
Yeah.
happening.
Slimes forwards 20 feet. It moves through the wall of fire. Please roll the damage. 24. So that's 7. Wait, what? 12. 12 is half of 24. Sarek,
Please.
you got to do it to him.
I pull out my bow one more time.
Sarek, you've got to be the one.
What? What? Be the one is in BONE? Get out of here, man. Go home. No more puns for you. You're cut off. You're cut off. I shoot this thing to end it so we never have to have another bone joke, period.
You hit!
I'll take that. And let's do my sneak attack. Skadoosh. End this fool. Send him to the old boneyard. Let's get this
He's
over
dead.
with.
Nailed it. What do you do now, Sarek?
I go over. Can I help? Do I have anything that can help get Kairos up?
I think that you could provide medicine.
Okay,
You can
I'll provide
stabilize
medicine.
me. You can't get me up.
Right,
Unless you have
that's what it
some
is.
sort of healing thing.
Do you have any healing items?
Otherwise,
I have no healing items.
Otherwise, I awaken like D3 minus 1 hours or something like that. D4 minus 1.
I think it's
Probably
actually
D4.
that like you can spend 10 minutes after a battle to like bring someone back to consciousness. It just ticks the clock.
You have a healing potion? Did you buy a healing potion like you should every time you leave the moon?
No, but I do have 3,670 gold coins.
Can he spend some stress to do a flashback?
This ain't that kind of game.
Yeah.
So just for clarity's sake, I have literally, like, in character, would have no clue what's going on in the other tunnel with the fleshy mouthers, right?
Do you want to like take a moment and see what your perception tells you?
Sure. I'll perceive.
Roll it.
I just imagine they're like a doo-wop band, Fleshy and the Mouthers.
Ew.
You hear
They're
this
all just
strange
gurgling.
distortion echoing down the halls, like towards you, and you hear, Enkara's voice shouting, "No!
God damn it!
I hate
Get
this
away from me!"
So that's what you hear.
Can I do medicine on Kairos to stabilize him and then run down the hall to be like, I'm here to save the day, everybody?
I think a medicine act would be an action. So if you want to book it, you can get there. I think.
Can I take like extra stress to do that?
I'm gonna say that you could get there next turn because you're fucking fast. You're a rogue. If you spend like your current move dash and then double move dash, you could be there next turn. You just
because I have my cunning action, bonus action to take dash.
Yep.
All right. Yes, I will. I'm gonna stabilize you with the power of medicine, and then I'm gonna go cunning action my dash there.
Cool. So you wait. You're stabilizing Kairos.
Yeah.
But that is an action you will have to wait until your next turn to be able to take.
Oof.
All right, here's the thing. I mean, he's got 2 successes already, so he's fine. All right, bye, friend. He doesn't even see me. He's dead.
No problem.
I'm super dead right now.
I'm gonna go down try to save everyone. Because then I can hold it against them.
Slimes through the fire. Please roll the damage.
Go away.
It succeeds.
Oh.
Takes 12. Gibbering Mouser. Fofford and the Gibbering Mouser. Slimes through the fire. 27. Nice.
Can I just kill one of them? My goodness.
It is your turn, however.
My goodness.
Creatures have gotten so close to you now that you are within the 20 feet. Please make a DC 10 wisdom save. Nailed it. No problem. No sweat whatsoever.
All right. I think it's time to panic and drop my wall of fire and cast Thunder Wave.
Okay, amazing. Cool.
So I'm going to cast Thunder Wave. So basically each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. Failed save, they take. I'm going to cast it at level 3, so 3d8 thunder damage, and they're pushed 10 feet away. Successful save, half as much damage, and isn't pushed. So
you don't have to.
I don't have to drop my wall of fire because it's instant. Yeah, then I'm going to keep it up.
Underwave them back through the wall of fire.
I'm going to do that.
Amazing.
So I cast it, and I guess I'll roll for the damage, and then they have to make the Constitution save.
Must be nice having all those spell slots, huh?
It is.
Amazing. So let's see.
I have 2.
I'm really sorry.
Bansheeing privilege.
Thunder waving your poor body.
That's okay.
I know she's safe on the moon.
All right, you can catch 5 of them. So here are those con saves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You nailed it. 4 of them go flying back. Gibbering Mouth number 7 stays where it is. Blah.
And they all take the damage.
And they all take 18 damage. So minus 18. minus 18, which kills this one.
Oh, finally, one of them is gone. My goodness. Okay.
Minus 18.
Some of that has to come through. Come on.
And minus 9.
Your awful burps?
Yeah, it has to
we're
come
all
through.
we're all aware. We can
Okay.
hear them.
I'm catching like the tail end of it.
Yeah, we're catching like the.
So Gibbering Mouther number 5. Let's see. Yep, number 3 died. Number 5 walked through the fire already and took damage, but number 1 and number 4 take damage now because it's the first time they've entered the wall on their turn.
We get one girl
on this turn. So, yeah, roll damage. Here's 2 saving throws. 1, 2, 3, and a 14. So that's 13 damage for number 2, which kills it. And
that was number
27 damage. Yeah, number 1.
Okay, you're good.
27. Okay. Sorry, it's like they all got numbers, but I always assign them like 1 and 2 in my framework. And the second one takes 27 damage, which kills it.
You're doing it.
Amazing.
You're doing it.
Okay.
Good turn, Britt.
All right. Okay.
Good vibrations.
I'm going down swinging, man. I'm like
number 2 slimes its way forwards through the fire.
Sick. That one's 5d8, yeah.
Here's its dex save. It fails. It takes 20 damage. Dies.
Okay.
Oh, Aya.
Death save.
Death save. Oh no.
I promise I will heal you.
One of these days, I'm gonna get a nat 20. I'm gonna pop up and be like,
all right, 3 successes.
Last 2.
I'm unconscious. I've stabilized.
All right, Kairos is safe. He's stable. He's out. It's no problem. Gibbering Mouther number 6 is already past the fire.
Yep.
So it slimes its way 20 feet forwards right over next to you.
I just need one more turn to Thunder Wave these guys.
Gibbering Mouther number 7 slimes forwards and then it attacks you. Missing you entirely. Gibbering Mouther number 5 slimes through the fire and dies.
Nice. Okay.
All right, Sarek, you arrive, running up right behind Ankara.
I target the one that I don't even say anything. I show up like the wind, and I'm just like, "Chow!" from behind.
Unfortunately,
an arrow.
You have spent your entire turn running.
Oh, hey, I'm here. I can't really help, but good luck.
You're like out of breath.
Like,
I'm here.
I just got here.
Sending you my vibes.
Kratos is dead. I left him. I left him
timing.
behind. I left him.
I unleash a volley of my vibes at you.
Not a vibe. Let's do it. All right, so I don't do anything. Cool.
Amazing.
I'm gonna Thunder Wave again.
My axe, my bone, my vibes.
Oh fuck. Okay, well, whatever. Doing what I can.
Oh yeah, Chad is pointing out that they are correct. That when the wall appears, creatures make dexterity saving throws. At other times, there is no dexterity saving throw. So your firewall should actually have been doing even more work.
Oh, cool. Whoops. I
But-
misread that. Thanks, chat. Oh well.
It is your turn again,
More exciting.
Ankara.
Yeah, so I just rolled for casting the Thunder Wave again on these 2.
Amazing. Let's get some saving throws. Gibbering Mouther number, what number is that? 6.
Roll, but that's
Rolls a Constitution save, succeed,
Oh,
which means
No
it
fear.
takes 6 damage and does not get pushed.
Okay.
Gibbering Mouther, oh wait, and Kara, I need you to make a Wisdom save.
oh shit.
Oh.
DC 10.
Wisdom's your good stuff, though.
Yeah.
You're no problem, no sweat. You've got that big +6.
Oof. Got that big brain.
Gibbering Mouther number 7 makes his Constitution saving throw and
Fail.
fails
Yeah,
entirely,
get away from me, dude.
getting knocked back 15 feet, which is not quite enough to put it into the fire, and taking 12 damage.
Okay.
Amazing. Aya, death save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
No, I don't do that well on those. Wait, I accidentally clicked it twice. There was a lag. The first one's the right one.
Number 8. Gibbering Mouther number 6 slimes its way forwards. And then it bites at Sarek. Oh, missing.
Because you
And then
can't
it
touch
blinding
this
spittles
shit.
at Sarek. Sarek and Ankara, would you please make DC 13 dexterity saving throws?
Cause you can't touch this, baby.
All right, so Ankara, a massive explosion of light appears in front of your eyes, and you are blinded until the end of your next turn.
Damn it.
Meanwhile, Gibbering Mouth number 6 also
I have to have my eyes open and cast Thunderwave.
Blinds itself. And now it's Gibbering Mouth number 7, which slimes forwards 20 feet, but that's all it can do. Sarek, it's your turn. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Awesome. So as you run up, you hear the like mind subsuming burble of these creatures, and as you're walking forwards, you can tell that the ground is like sucking at your feet as you walk, but it's no problem for you.
And from behind, even though she can't see me, now that I know that Ankara can't see me, it's not fair to, like, I'm not going to try to make it flashy, because, like, what's the point? So I'm going to just shoot this guy. Pachow! This dude right in front of me. Give him the old...
Okay.
I'm sorry, the dude right in front of her. This guy.
Nice.
And then I'm going to give him the old oopty. I mean, he's obviously dead, but please.
There's the oopty doopty.
But
You
please.
nuke him. Just a one shot.
But
Nice.
please.
Doopty status, ooptied.
that was very good. And Kara,
Yeah.
even though you can't see, you heard the sound, the telltale sound of a thwip as an arrow went striking through the air and exploded the Gibbering Mouth in front of you. You heard the telltale sound of the anime explosion it made when Sarek's arrow killed it.
Oh. You've also heard Sarek's leitmotif as he enters the scene.
Yeah, I guess I'm wondering, Steven, do I know where this last one is? Because it hasn't
You
moved
can hear it off
yet?
to your right.
Okay.
And if you Thunderwave, you'll get it, but you'll also get Sarek.
I know.
That's enough to make your wisdom save. Why do I keep doing
Acceptable casualty.
Why am I narking on everybody
I'm
today?
really need you to be quiet. When you're dead, you can't talk, so shut up.
You just join the regular shit posting. Welcome to Dead Q.
I'm Chad today, basically. Like, Chad is like, well, actually, that's me. It's like, well, don't you want us to win? And that's me today. Where I'm like, well, don't I have to make a strength save? If I just shut up, I could have just disengaged and left. Steven forgot.
You could have just fucked off. I'd have been like, oh, cool, good strat.
Wait, was I supposed to make a dex save and not a wisdom save earlier for being blind? I made a wisdom save.
Fortunately, your dexterity save is worse than your wisdom save,
Yeah,
which
so
means
it's
you
fine.
rolled lower.
Fine. Okay, well, let's see.
Are you going to snake him?
Snake
yeah.
him.
I
Snake
think I'm
him.
gonna snake him.
Snake him.
I'm gonna
Snake
him.
that man. We haven't had a good snake that man chant.
Woo!
Oh, shit!
Yeah!
Snake that man!
Be quiet
that
forever.
Too bad it's at disadvantage because you're blinded, so you don't get. What am I doing?
Why are you literally ruining my morning?
Bronze, you need to go. You should leave.
Hey, you are still going to kill this guy. Go ahead and
Fine.
roll the damage.
Wow.
Well, now it's not
Wow.
even fun. It's
All
dead.
right, so you rolled 8 plus 9 for 17 damage, and you nuke him, even though it wasn't a crit. Wow. Oh, it needs to make a DC 13 wisdom saving constitution.
I don't like
Come
this
back,
lawful
Bronze.
neutral bronze. I hate
Guys.
it.
I like having you here,
Yeah.
even if you make it so that I
We do
don't
like
win.
your chair, but your chair is a little racist.
Chair is very good.
Okay. Did we do it? Did I do it? Did I kill them?
You did it.
Nice.
They're all dead.
Nice.
Oh, thank God I was here to save you. Is everything okay?
Oh my god. I'm mad at everyone. I have a bonus action, so I'll use Healing Word on Aya.
Rules lawyer.
4 plus 3.
I'm doing Eric's job.
Please
I-
take this burden.
Oh shit, I have 4 hit points, Bronze.
You don't have any idea how hard it is to be me? Do it.
Take this burden from my hands.
Please.
It's like we're talking about like whoever has to be the Lich King, like someone must sit upon the throne.
There must always be a rules lawyer.
And now it's me, like, nah.
True. Fantastic. All right, so the party is reunited. The three of you are ready to continue.
Wait,
What
should
do
we
you
go
do
save
next?
Kairos?
Thanks for the
What
fucking
about
Kairos
Kairos?
erasure, homie.
He's just lying in the tunnel.
Thanks, dude.
No, hey.
It's just a
All
smash
right,
cut to
so
Kairos.
the three
face
of you
down.
and worm food. Let's go.
There's like some like carrion crawler just like head up helping his body.
No respect.
Yeah.
He wakes up to be like, no bones about it. Nobody cares about me. He dies again. Just making bone jokes.
I mean, that's reason
That's
number
it.
one why I'm not going back.
I am researching shield.
No,
a
I'm
spell so I can fucking say no magic missile.
where
That's
I
the
would like.
plan.
I mean, he's not that far away. Jesse ran over there. Sarek ran
Yeah.
over there in a very short amount of time. So let's go. Let's go, please. Let's help him.
Yeah,
It
let's go
takes you
back.
like 3 rounds to get back over to where Kairos is.
Okay.
What
Can
do
I
you do?
check in? Do the mouths have any loot?
No.
Okay.
They dissolve into like disappointing looking puddles of flesh goo, and there's nothing left behind.
Cool.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on Kairos.
Okay.
Sorry.
We should set up a camp in the giant skull chamber.
Cool.
So what happened to the guy that was with you? Is he still alive?
8, Eric.
Yeah, Gelt.
Thank you.
We sort of forgot about him, but Gelt is actually just like cowering back in a chamber somewhere. They say, oh wow, you guys really just like took care of that, didn't you? That was pretty impressive. I've never really seen anything quite like that before. But then I'm just a simple monk. I've just lots of candles and books and the occasional barbell, I guess. You know how it goes, monks.
What?
Can I just say how surprised I am that we survived all of that, guys? Can we just take a second and be very proud of ourselves? Because we were like, we're definitely dead. And then we didn't die.
I mean, 3 of you would say that. One of us was the hero, but whatever.
I'm sorry.
Go on.
I'm a
Yes.
little confused because I know there were like 8 gibbering mouthers and they all died. And I'm just trying to remember how many of them you killed.
Well, I mean, like, how much is it? What's the conversion rate of gibbering mouther to giant bone skeleton monsters? Because I killed a bunch of those. So you feel like it's like 4-to-1, maybe?
For what it's worth, the gibbering mouthers were harder.
For what it's worth, maybe you should keep your damn mouth shut, Steven.
Well, Ankara, you can't blame Sarek. It's not like him to kill some of his own.
That's true. He needs to take credit so he can feel good about himself.
Right?
He should keep his
Yeah.
spirits
He
high.
can't kill his
sure,
own kin.
Sarek. You
He's
did
gotta
it.
keep on that gibbering mouther life.
Good job.
Probably like, oh, my brothers. I'll
You
never
deserve
raise a blade
an
against
award.
them.
Brothers.
Boy, wow.
Trophy.
Well, we're talking a lot.
Brothers.
We're talking a lot of smack for people who were laying on the ground half the fight, eh?
Oh, talking a lot of smack for somebody that killed your shadow version.
Gravity
I
killed
beat
my
you.
shadow version.
I
You
beat
did-
you.
no.
I knocked your shadow version off
Nope.
of a freaking
Yep.
cave top onto the fucking ground on his head.
Yep.
And if you don't watch yourself, I'll do it to you because he was more badass than you are.
Yeah, clearly not,
Whoa.
because I'm still alive and he's dead. So really,
Because I killed him.
if anything, you've proven
You know
that
what?
I
Shadow
am the best.
Aya is gonna freaking teabag you, and I am gonna cheer her on when she does it.
What?
Good luck.
what is a
beating
teabag?
Shadow Aya without my. It's the tea. When you take a bag of tea and you do that, she's gonna do that to you.
She's going to dip a
Seems like-
teabag on me.
Yeah, right on
It's
your
just a
freaking
lot of-
forehead.
What? Why would she
Stressful
have a
energy.
teabag on her? It doesn't even
Because
make
it's
any
hot.
sense.
Kind of bad
It's
thing.
hot and unpleasant.
Oh no, this is
'cause
pretty
it's-
normal, new guy.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
Shut up, new guy.
And
We're
I'm
talking.
not gonna help. I'm not gonna bring
Nothing's
my
really
magic to
changed.
bear to beat her. I'm gonna cheer her on. I might join her.
Well, when I kill the three of you, and then become friends with the shadow versions of you, I want you to recognize.
Already tore you limb from limb.
I want you to know that when I replace you with your shadow versions, we're going to have a much better time.
Do it. Go for it.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Me and my full shadow friends.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, we'll be besties, and then we'll save the world together. And then they'll say, "Thank you, Solric, for saving us." And I'll say, "Don't worry, shadow friends. Those other guys were real jerks."
Yep.
Stephen, at this point, I have long wandered away from this conversation, and I am checking in with Farnazal to make sure he's feeling okay because he was in my bag while I was fighting all those gibberies.
Oh, I forgot about this nonsense.
The fight causes 10 minutes to advance between fighting the creatures and bandaging wounds and bringing these people back to life. That's just the way that the world works.
Yeah.
10 minutes advance. Which means that when you reach into your bag and you go, "Hey buddy, how are you doing?" You hear this back.
Yeah, I wanted to step in and stop the fighting, but that sort of interceding and that sort of emotional labor is too intensive and would disqualify my short rest.
It's true. So yeah, actually.
Wait, are we taking a short rest?
Well, we would need to advance the clock by another tick if we were taking a short rest.
I'm so angry. I would say I could build a fire right now.
We should probably take a short rest. Everyone is very low on.
Well, I think it takes another turn because you spend 10 minutes yelling at each other.
Do y'all head back into the skull chamber?
That's how I heal, Kyra.
I need to go back
in. That.
There's weird stuff going on in there.
Dealing psychic damage is how I energize myself.
Yeah. It's vampiric.
It's the darkest dungeon camp phase where you give everyone else stress and you reduce your stress.
I'm definitely not wandering away from that weird alien stone skull thing with magic coming out of it. I want to know what's going on with that.
Awesome.
Maybe
so just to reiterate what you see in here, it's a dark, organically shaped cavern that's carved in obsidian, but the ceiling is wrought marble. But the joins in the ceiling aren't straight. They're undulating and writhing. Words are carved in a circle on the ceiling, and they say, "That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange eons even death may die." And in the center of the room rests a massive, monstrous skull. It's the size of a small house. It looks fossilized. It has dozens of eye sockets, some of which are glowing with a faint blue light, hundreds of needle-sharp teeth the size of your arms. And out of the mouth of the skull, there are these white tendrils of energy emanating from some powerful source. Aya and Ankara, both of you hear this endless whisper that's just reiterating over and over and over again. And as the four of you sort of sit down and start striking up a fire, Gelt follows you and plops themselves down by the fire. As the four of you sit down and start striking a fire, you hear this faint rustling sound as of stone sort of sliding over stone very easily, and then the sound of do you remember those little sticky hands that you would swing forwards and they would stick against something?
Yeah.
You hear the sound of thousands of those just sticking.
Okay.
And crawling out from behind the skull, bodily up over top of it, is this. It's like a gargantuan roly-poly, except it has pale human arms instead of insect legs. And it crawls up to the top of the skull and it looks at you with its dozen red insect eyes, and it says, "At last, the high priest has returned. Now let the rites of Nazun..." Oh, I'm terribly sorry. You're not the high priest at all. It was my mistake. Please don't mind me. I'll just go now. And then you hear the sound of all of that slapping sound as all of its hands lift up and start turning itself around. And then it turns 360 degrees and then it goes, "Who are you?" And that's where we should take a 5-minute break.
What other RPG did this character come from? Was this one of those things where someone teleports in like Kairos?
No.
Is this hey,
this reminds me of the aspect of Dahaka to be TBQH.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of that too, because I remember when we were talking about the game that it looked like it came from the ball of human bodies and stuff. Oh boy.
I mean,
Danny DeVito.
Yeah. This character played
Coming
by
out of
Danny
that couch.
DeVito.
Except the centipede version of him.
Hey.
Can I offer you 3,000 eggs in this trying time?
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to
Weird dude.
the Sunfall Cycle. We're back. We are back.
The four of you sit around your smoldering campfire, looking at this large insectile creature who just looked at you and said, "Who are you?"
Who are you?
I'm Ankara. Who are you?
Well, don't tell him your name. We don't know this. This is a suspect individual.
That doesn't matter.
If he knows your name, he has your power.
Yeah, if I have your name in Kara, I have your power. Now I've got it. What kind of power you got?
See, he doesn't know. It's fine. Who are
You
you?
better be careful. We never trust anyone with a Brooklyn accent.
Me?
Is it? Are you sure it's Brooklyn? You don't think it's South
The
African,
kingdom-
Eric? Maybe.
Well,
His R's are not being rolled. His I's are not pronounced. It is not South African.
it's kind of you to ask. I'm the Herald.
Harold. That's my grandpa's name.
Oh, wow, that's a really good name. I'm
That's a good
glad to
name.
meet you. And he sort of like smacks his way down the front of the skull.
Max's way is so right and so bad. Oh, God. Yep.
And he reaches out one of his arms. It's not the very front one, but it's like one of the front 8 or whatever. And he like reaches it out and he extends his like pale, you can tell that there are no bones in there, human arm out, and like holds a hand in your direction. Nice to meet you, descendant of the Herald.
I just reach out with my staff, my steak staff, and like.
He shakes
Social
his head.
distancing.
Oh, you've got such strange appendages. I like strange
okay.
appendages.
Do you have any bones?
Oh.
What... you stand up.
I don't.
Why are there
I
so
don't.
many?
I don't have bones. I got an exoskeleton. That's
No.
all you need in this life. An exoskeleton will do you right. And he just sort of like shivers his roly-poly back.
Wait,
Okay.
are the bone nagas made out of the bones that fall out of people? That's why they're together, because they separate and they're two. Oh God, dude, Steven, why, man? How do you even come up with this shit? Why do you do this?
I'm glad your friend is having some epiphanies.
I'm freaking out.
It's like really important stuff
Yeah.
that he's working his way through.
Yeah, Kairos is internally groaning.
So tell me, where are you from?
Huh. Well,
The
where
surface.
Are we
We're
at
from
this
the
point,
surface.
everywhere.
Substantially. It's a complicated question where we're from.
Why do you sound like a murderer? That is not your half-orc voice. That is like your murderer / witness.
What? Are you putting on a
voice.
voice, Kairos? Are you
Oh,
putting on
that
a
was
voice?
my internal voice. I think this is right.
Kairos,
No,
so you-
Why is your
It's still
internal voice
broken?
a serial killer? It is
Kairos,
way
you're putting on
deeper
a
than
voice
you
right
all.
now.
I think the call is coming from inside the house, if you know what I'm saying.
Kairos, do you like scary movies?
is this better?
That is better.
I don't know what happened there. Something about coming back from the dead.
What are you doing here? What are you? What's happening with this?
Let me look at my notes.
I love this game.
I like the idea that all his little floppy limbs are like digging around in all these pockets looking for his little notepad.
That's absolutely what it is. Like one of them pulls out like a little 3x5 index card and like passes it up hand by
Passes
hand.
it all the way up.
Yeah, and he pulls it in front of his eyes and he goes, ahem, ahem, ahem. I am simply a humble servant guarding the Zune for his eternal slumber. What are you doing here? You don't look like particularly fervent religious fanatics or moiterous magicians.
No,
Except
we're
for
all those
you
things.
look moiterous.
Yeah, no. Look, we got a murderer. We have fanatics. We got all of those things, pal. Look at us.
The only fanatic I see is that one, and he points over to Gelt, who's like plastered themselves up against the back
Yeah, he's
wall.
one of our friends. Total fanatic.
Yeah. Shame about his buddies. Sorry about that, friendo. Sorry.
Do you get a lot of people coming down here?
Oh yeah, all the time. Just recently there was like 2-3 prayers who came down here to pray. And then like 4 other people came in and just started blasting. Yeah.
What is Nizoon's relation to Dahaka?
I don't know him.
Okay.
Is
'Cause
that
I thought Gelt was a Dahaka worshiper.
Oh yeah, you know those Dahaka people, they come in here all the time. I think they just get lonely.
Can we ask Gelt? Is his name Gelt? That's his name.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was an I don't know him as in I don't know him, or was that an I don't know him, I don't want to tell you about it because I'm hiding something.
You're thinking out loud again, Kairos. And the echoes of this chamber
That was
are making
internal.
it weird.
That was an internal thought.
Nope,
That's why
nope.
it has reverb.
Yes, I know. That's why we're in this
I
weird
You can't
chamber.
hear my thought. I would be able
We all
possibly
heard
be
it.
able to hear it.
Gelt,
all
do
heard
you
it.
know
Very
if there's
loud
a
thinker.
connection? Gelt. Please.
What did you ask, Gelt?
Just ask the same question, like why he's down. Basically, why are you down here if you're a Dahaka worshiper?
Oh yeah, why are they down here?
Like, what are you doing?
What are you even doing?
What are you doing?
What are you even doing?
Hello?
Imagine you spend all this time finding these ancient cult secrets only to join a cult and go to your first meeting and you realize you walked into the wrong cult meeting and you're in the wrong guy.
Could you
Oh,
imagine?
embarrassing.
Awkward.
Oh my god.
Oh no, dude, Dahaka meets here every other Tuesday tonight.
Dahaka.
This is Nizoon night. This is Nizoon night tonight.
Nizoon has
Didn't you-
the space
didn't you read the-
reserved.
Yeah, didn't you see the sign for reservations?
Awkward.
Gelt says, Gelt like looks incredibly awkward for a second, and then they say, "Well, you know, sometimes it's just nice to get away from the crew, have a little time to yourself. You know, nowadays everybody's not really doing so hot. Kind of sad times for everybody, and it gets to be kind of a lot. I like to just come here and be alone."
But there's so many things down here.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
What? Wait. You want to be alone, or you want to be alone with all the creatures down here who try to kill you?
Well, usually if you get to like a place like this, there aren't any creatures that try to kill you. You know, the big skull tends to scare everybody away.
Ah.
Not sure what those weird, grody things were.
So you've literally come down here multiple times and never had anything like this happen ever? You just walked down here and nothing happened, and then you left and you were like, I'm going to come back here?
Well, usually, like, you know, when there's big bone snakes crawling through the halls, you can sort of avoid them by just like taking another passageway. You know, they're kind of like really big bumblebees. Really, if you don't bother them, then they won't bother you. They're really just looking for nectar or something. Like, I don't know, the metaphor kind of breaks down there, but
So you've never met this guy?
you know,
Have you guys? Do you
sort
guys
of-
know each other? Do you know
He
each
looks
other?
up at the roly poly that's just sitting there, like doing this with like 16 hands. He says, "Yeah, you know, never really noticed that one. Nope, that's new to me. Hey, it's good to meet you.
Hmm.
You and your boys are kind of weird. I'm not really into that Dahaka stuff."
Hmm.
What is happening?
Do I get the sense that he's lying?
Give me
Yeah.
an insight check. You don't. You
I
don't
would
get the
also like
sense.
to do a check.
All right.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I have a question for the Herald as well.
Oh fuck!
Yeah.
How?
And Kara,
How?
you do.
That was a
he is
wisdom
lying.
roll. Sorry. Please continue.
Yeah, Eric, Kairos has a question for the Herald.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you want?
Listen, Harold, we've been all over the surface, and a few times we've read into things that mentioned saving Nizoon. Now,
Kairos takes a moment and points to the giant, like, colossal skull that's sitting here and being.
What exactly needs saving?
He like slides backwards and like plasters a couple hands on the skull and says,
Just lays down.
yeah, just like the back hands.
You can fit so many gods into this, baby. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, he says, well, generally speaking, ancient dead gods don't need a lot of saving. They're just kind of there. They're just kind of dead. But, not everybody likes ancient dead gods hanging around. That's all I can say. Seems like every once in a while I gotta put some people in their place. And he just sort of like points to like the piles of goop on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes get real big.
So say there's an apple up top.
Yeah.
Connected to this tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you know about the apple?
What significance
Bone
would
tree.
that apple bear?
What significance would the apple bear?
I mean, it was a very amazing looking apple. I cannot
Do you know
attest
about the apple?
to the flavor or anything else of the apple.
Is that why your thoughts are so loud? Why I can hear them?
What?
Huh?
Yeah, you think real loud. You two, just the two of yous. I think actually the others not so much. But you two, real loud thoughts.
Did you just call us thoughts?
Yeah.
I think we
Loud
should shoot
ones.
this dude.
Well, hold
Not
on now.
acceptable.
Hold on now. Let's hear him out.
My God.
If
Sinister.
anybody's the thought in this group, it's definitely that one. And I point at Sarek.
What? I don't even know what
True.
that means. Thoughtful? Yes. Considerate? Definitely. Please.
He's lying.
You can't read my mind.
That's true, but I don't need to.
Sarek's voice goes up 3 octaves.
I don't know what you're talking about. You can't even read my mind.
If somebody were to eat that apple and maybe have a conversation with Nizoon, a short one, is that a bad thing or a good thing for you? Because if it's a good thing for you, that's probably a bad thing for us. But if it's a bad thing for you, then it's probably a good thing for us. And also, I'm not saying that I myself ate the apple, but I may or may not have witnessed who did. And I like kind of stealthily point at Marshmallow.
He like Marshmallow's dead. He like
Oh yeah, Marshmallow's on the moon. Marshmallow also ate the apple, right?
Takes 6 of his arms and like leans them against his chin. And he
Chins.
says, Someone ate an apple and then had a conversation with Nizoon?
Maybe.
We don't know. Do you know about that?
Oh, it was a
That's
bone
pretty-
tree.
That sounds pretty strange to me, but I gotta say, if anybody's talking to Nizoon, I kind of like it.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
Sure.
I mean, a conversation may have been a too big of a word for it. It was more of like a nod to your neighbor as you walk down the street.
Nizoon's been very quiet for quite a long time. He hasn't really nodded to his neighbors in about 6,000 years. So, if he's in nodding mood, then I gotta say, I kind of like it.
Why? Why?
I'm the Herald.
Guys,
Tell us
please.
about Nizoon.
What does that mean?
Is he an agricultural
You're the
god?
Herald? I thought your name was Harold with an O. What's
I mean, you could
going
call me
on?
Herald if it makes you feel better, but no, technically my name is a title. I'm the Herald of Nizoon.
You're that Harold over there. You're
I'm
the
that Herald, that very one.
Wait, so what does that mean to be the Herald of Nizoon? What does that mean?
Well, I sit here and I protect him until he's ready to come back.
And you're usually the first one he eats. The Herald always gets eaten first. Everybody knows that.
It's gonna be great.
Wow. Okay. How long have you been
Cool.
doing this job for?
6, 7, 9,000.
You've been doing this for 9,000 years and this is all you know?
Well, I know lots of things that are other things.
Like what else?
He looks a little bit taken aback. He's like, I know a lot. I know a lot of things. I know a lot of like, the rights of Nizoon.
Tell us your favorite story about Nizoon.
Not the greatest hits, the deep cuts.
Well, the favorite story that I have about Nizoon isn't really about Nizoon. It's about someone else that he found. But you see, this other guy, he like opened up his chest and stepped out of his meat cage and until he was one with the formless void. And then when he was on the shore of the formless void, Nizoon found him and he came down and he looked upon him. And I mean, like really looked. And like when the Herald says the word look, you hear look in your ear, but it's obvious that he's saying something else. Like the sounds don't match up with the word look. He looked at this guy and this guy, he said, "Hey, fuck you," and he had like some sort of a spear with him or something like that. It was really cool, and he like stabbed Nizoon in the eye, and Nizoon like bled all over him, and Nizoon was like, "Whoa, shit, that's really crazy. What's your name?" And the guy was like, I don't remember that part of the story. It was like Aziz or it was like, he's like, "I live in the attic," or "I'm an attic guy, attic something or other." Anyway, he was a really cool guy, and that he became the first high priest in the Nizoon that we'd had in about 800 years, and that was a while back. That was probably 2,000-3,000 years ago, and yeah, really, really, really cool that Nizoon would react that way to someone who just stepped on the shore of the cosmic knowledge space and stabbed him in the eye.
Did he say Did he say Atakusu? Is he referring to?
I know.
That's what I'm like.
Is this story ringing a bell with me at all? Like maybe something my patron talks about?
What?
It's apocryphal.
Look at your character sheet.
Oh, it's just a deep cut from things you do not know about your patron.
Yeah.
Side B.
I
feel like patrons would not really be like keen on giving you their lore.
Give me an insight check.
Mine is very braggy and tricky though. So he would probably put a spin on the story that was not, it would be you wouldn't even realize they're probably telling the same story.
Or there's 7 origin stories.
Like the Joker.
So like, you haven't heard this story from Atakusu, but he is a trickster patron and often talks about like pulling one over on other entities of power. So like, this seems like it's in his style.
Yeah. Does the spear ring a bell with me at all?
I think that you're generally aware that Atakusu's like weapon took many different forms, but the reason that Eldritch Blast is like such a prominent spell for you is because it's like lance-like. So like, I don't think that it was like literally like, yeah, he uses a spear all the time, that's like his weapon or whatever, but like lances and the spears were a thing for sure. Yeah,
it's pretty badass, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mark this in my head.
Worshipping a patron that dunks on Cthulhu is pretty cool. All right, so real quick, just as a refresher, what we know about Nizoon is that Nizoon has done several things and has interacted with the spell that causes the Sunfall Cycle. We know Nizoon is the thing under the earth. We know it is also referred to as the anchor. Is this ringing any bells or causing any sort of like, I don't know, leading questions we should ask this thing about Nizoon and how it relates to the rest of stuff? Rather than just, I mean, I love memeing with the rest of you, right? I'm here for it.
I'm also wondering if we should ask about something else. If this guy's just been, I mean, I guess he's just
seems like he really
hanging out down there, but he only
seems like he really only
Nizoon.
knows about Nizoon. I'm curious about why Nizoon is considered the anchor.
Me too. Maybe this will fix everything.
Kairos isn't the one to ask that question.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? That's like an Aya question.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Well, I love this story, first of all. Second of all,
what was the name of the spellcaster who told us that? Sorry. Is it Aramon? Did Aramon tell us this?
maybe.
It sounds correct.
I don't think it was Leander. It must have been
I don't think it
Aramon.
was.
Yeah. So I think it was Aramon, not Aramon. Yeah, I think Aramon was the one who used to who did the time stop spell. Right.
Yeah.
And botched it.
So,
and that's why
and
we're
botched
in
it.
the cycle.
So I'm curious. So maybe a way to lead this question, not to tell you, but like this thing would have been alive when the spell happened, when Iramon's spell happened.
Mhm.
So what can they tell us about that effect as well? Like as another part of it, right?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, there's more to this too, though, right? Because the Iramon did the time cycle because of a separate thing, which is that the sun is dying. But then there's that whole thing with like the moon. Yeah. The moon's pull, where it's like, oh, you can, I don't know. Because then the moon exploded as well. Okay. Let me think.
Would this
moon didn't explode from the time stop spell? The moon exploded beforehand. The moon has been gone that's unrelated.
Well, but hold on.
It's kind of related. It's
right, because the reason I say it's related is because that ritual that we found, that if you use it, it like leads you to a tier or whatever. But also that like it's a sanctuary. So I think we had theorized that maybe the Gardens of Saloon were where those loyal to Saloon were gonna wait out the apocalypse. Whereas like the Dahaka people, just a separate faction, decided that, well, the world's gonna end. Yeah. But what matters is like, Dahaka eats us all, then we'll be safe in whatever afterlife they believe in. So like there's like 8 different doomsday cults, whereas like Iramon was like, okay, what if we do a freaking time stop spell so we have time to figure out. So there's like people that have planned for the apocalypse. We got our preppers. We've got our freaking people that believe, what is it called? The when they think they're gonna go up to heaven.
Apotheosis?
The rapture.
No,
the rapture people.
Yes, we got preppers. We got the rapture folks, and then we've got the poor like environmentalists / Iramon types that are like, okay, but we can still fix this, guys. Like we could try to freaking fix it if we try, but then she messed up. We have to figure out where Nazoon fits in all of that. Most importantly, we can't let this dude clam up and not tell us, because if he thinks we take out Nazoon while Nazoon is weak, he's not going to let us know that. So this has to be handled with tact and aplomb, I say internally.
Question, point of order.
I think it was,
You brought this up, Eric, and I need... How old is this dude? 9,000 years old?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
When was the moon destroyed?
Probably within that time span as well.
I think it was like 3,000 years ago.
Yeah. 9,000 is for sure like the oldest thing we've ever heard. For sure.
Would he have knowledge of other gods?
That's what I'm thinking. Oh God, this is where it's
probably not, because he's been down here.
Wisdom.
Right, that's what I'm
worried
about.
You don't understand, Kairos.
You're right.
Okay, he sees everything.
Okay, dude.
That was the stance I got. Like the way Steven described it was like when you put on the One Ring. Like it was just me and him, and he sees everything. He can't do anything, but he's like a silent observer deep in the bones of the earth. Like he's just down there witnessing the passage of time. That was the sense I got. Maybe I'm wrong.
So
just vibing through the timeline.
Yeah.
Would he have
He's incredibly aware of like what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, would he have some sense of what Saloon's vibe is? Like
we should ask about Saloon.
Okay, so we're out of conspiracy board menu options of the game, back into the dialogue, like in the game.
Uh-huh.
I feel like you have the questions you need to ask, right?
I do. But I don't think I should ask them to this guy. I think I should ask him to that guy. And I like point at the skull.
Yeah, that guy's pretty dead though.
Yeah. You're getting secondhand knowledge.
He's not. I mean, I talked to him. He's in there.
It's there on the fucking plaque, my dude.
He's not dead. He's there. Like very much.
I mean, what do you mean he's not dead?
He's not dead.
Points
I
to
ate
Fleck.
the apple and I saw him. I talked to him. He's not dead.
All right,
And
look,
Kairos is right.
Come here.
Read
come,
the
come with
plaque.
me.
He's not dead. It says right there.
Come
never
with old
die.
Herald. I'll show you.
Oh, why are your hands so clammy? What the?
I'm cold-blooded.
All right, yeah, don't touch me, but I will follow you.
He like slithers his way up the skull towards one of the eye sockets, and he points inside. He says, "Z, look. Does that look alive to you?"
I look inside.
Yeah, there's this like, so first of all, the skull is hollow, but there's a barrier between the like brain cavity that you're looking into and the mouth, so you can't see whatever's making that weird like tendrily white emanation out of the mouth. But what you do see is like the space. It's like the size of a modestly sized hut. There's a lot of space in there. There is what's a common object that's like appropriately sized?
No, it would be the dimensions of like a layman's tiny shelter.
It's approximately
10-foot radius.
Dimensions of a layman's tiny shelter. No, I'm thinking about the object that's inside. There's a sphere. It's like glowing a dim blue, kind of like the Tears of Saloon, except that it is like if you spread out both of your hands and angle them in just a little bit, like that's the sort of radius of the sphere.
That's big.
Yeah, it's large. It is sitting sort of like embedded in the ground, and there are all of these like white filaments that are sort of like trailing off of it and entering into the ground.
I step inside the mouth cavity.
Yeah. Let me see.
Will the Herald let you?
Yeah, totally.
Nice. This is a sick museum.
Bye. Enjoy being eaten.
Thank you for not tapping on Nizoon. It is skittish and doesn't.
Yeah, you slip inside and you're able to approach. These whispers that you heard when you first stepped into the room get louder as you approach. We writhe in the white matter, formed of thought, born of mind. We strike endlessly eternal. We lie in wait, etc. But that's all. Just that.
Right.
Oh,
the Maynard Keynes lyric generator.
I'm so low wisdom and so high int. Okay. I reach into my bag and pull out a giant amorphous kind of fizzling mass that has 2 spoonfuls taken out of it.
Yeah.
And I take this giant glittering amorphous jello mass that I know tastes like Pop Rocks, and I put it on the giant orb.
Can I back up enough to not, like, let's say 30 feet? Just like
you think
I back up
like
against the wall
distance?
with the other
radius
dude.
Kind of
Classic fireball
here?
distance.
Yeah, just gonna
like smooshing 2 god souls together is like fireball size. You know,
yeah,
probably.
at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, if
Because
something
if
bad happens,
I
saying
ate
it's all
it,
out. There's
okay, I ate it and I wasn't possessed. It's just the power was so much, it seared my brain. But if a god eats it, I'm thinking it's like a battery recharge. So I just take this giant jello and just start smearing it on the orb.
Yeah. You take this amorphous gelatinous god
with
soul
2
that you
spoonfuls
got.
missing because of me and Akara.
Yeah. There are like really obvious little divots in it.
Little teeth marks.
Yeah. And you go to like smear it on the surface of this orb, and as soon as it touches, it just sort of like, it's like that thing where 2 bubbles of water touch and the meniscuses just like break and they form one.
Yeah.
Like as soon as it touches, it just goes
Just gets absorbed.
like this hard, like it's like a shell, this shell like surface just sort of like absorbs the soul of the broken avatar of Dahak. Just straight inside.
Do the voices get louder?
No.
Huh. It needs more power.
No.
I think we need more souls.
No.
Can I put my hands on this hard shell?
Yeah.
Why?
That's why I love Aya as a character. Like your first instinct to this, we just need more souls to feel this thing. That's a very normal reaction.
Put my head against it and attempt to like read its sentience.
Yeah. Are you like casting detect thoughts?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh God, the whale.
You put your head. Are you like
cone?
You're like cone heading it. You're like,
Yeah, basically, yeah. This could be dangerous. Okay, it's fine.
The minute I hear you screaming like you're the fucking Inquisitor out of the Astartes film, I'm going to fucking kill you. Yeah, immediately fucking kill you.
That's exactly what I was thinking of when they like touch and their hand gets sucked in. You're like,
yeah.
melting.
Aya is absolutely just like shrieking as she casts this spell. Give me a wisdom saving throw, Aya. DC 18.
I'm not wise.
18.
Holy shit.
No,
look at that natural 20.
Oh, you got it. Okay, yeah, it was your wisdom. I thought that was the second double
A
roll.
1 I needed to roll a
Yes.
fucking 20 on.
Yes.
My rolls have been shit today.
All right, let me think about this. I didn't expect you to do this.
This is the best.
Its consciousness is there. It is present and it is thinking, but it is thinking on like a geological time scale. So like, you know, we can quibble over the definitions of life and death. And like the Herald thinks that this is dead, and maybe it is, right? Like in the planescape of Dungeons and Dragons, like things that are dead can still communicate, etc. So maybe it is, but it still has a consciousness. It's just, you know,
vast.
Geologically slow.
So is it incredibly difficult for me to, because like with detect thoughts, I can kind of like,
yeah. So you're skimming. You're basically
watching a YouTube video at like
surface.
0.0000001x speed.
yeah, and I'm trying to figure out if I can witness the breaking of the moon, the dying of the sun, the coming and passing of gods, but I know
We're
that
going
that
full
is
fucking Tool music video.
so
Let's
Do
go.
this shit.
Let's go.
much. That's
Let's do
so
it.
much for my
We're
poor
going in.
human brain.
Give me the fractals.
If it
Let's
turns
go.
to mush, we'll resurrect you. It's fine.
You are going to get 2 words on the subject of your choice from this.
2 words?
My God.
You better use this selfishly. You better use this selfishly.
This is so much pressure.
Am I cute?
Will you go to prom with me? Yes or no? And why, if no?
And why?
Okay. I asked the thing that has been weighing heaviest on my mind. And I say, is my patron responsible for the sun dying? Is Atikusu responsible for the sun dying?
Okay, so you're like trying to understand, is Atikusu responsible for the death?
Because like he was working with the freaking Sarik's like princess or queen or whatever.
Whoa, don't bring her into this.
Wait, I have a question about this. 2 words. Can you ask 2 separate questions that each require 1-word answers?
That is a great.
What's happening here is you're sort of like trying to delve into the thoughts of a dead god. And because you crit, instead of only getting 1 word, you're catching the end of one thought and the beginning of another. So you get 2. But you can't split them up, right? You're only going to get to look at one contiguous thought. You just get 2 words of definition on it.
Oh, in that case, I ask, who
Worth
killed the
asking.
sun?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Who killed the sun?
With my head pressed up against this giant orb, I can only
Who
imagine
killed
what
the
I look like.
sun? Do 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 do.
Pierce Allah. Who killed the sun? Who did it? Tell us, Blob.
You hear 2 words spoken at like galactically slow speed. It's like that how in Inception they used I think it was La Vie en Rose, and they slowed it down and then they slowed it down and then they slowed it down until it was just like bum 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 bum. Like that's the kind of speed that you're hearing this.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're in Nolan country now.
I told you we're in fractals, man.
You hear
Damn.
Time Astafon.
Okay.
And then you're just ejected. Like
Yeah.
you wake back up, you're lying on the floor, you have 1 hit point.
Okay. So I survived the whole ordeal.
And now you have taken a glimpse into an Elder God's brainscape.
What happened?
Do I receive any new knowledge? Like, do I know anything new now?
No.
Oh, I thought maybe I could conjure gibbering mouthers of my own. I kind of come shakily out of the mouth of the demon thing, the giant snake thing. I'm like,
it's not connected to the mouth, so you have to climb out of an eye.
Oh, yeah. I climb out of an eye hole.
Oh, look, you lived.
I help her.
I look half dead. I'm like all pale and
Are
clammy.
you okay? What did he say? Like, did we hear her ask that, or we just were like standing there waiting for all of this to happen?
We were very patient about it.
You were standing there listening to Aya shriek at the top of her lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah, this gives me big Gorgonaut energy.
All right. I asked him who killed the son. Somebody as old as him has to know. But there's too much information. Pretty sure I just witnessed the dying and passing and birth of civilizations and aeons. And anyways, he said time and Astafon. Time.
Astafon.
1 word.
Time.
Astafon.
Astafon.
The 2nd word.
Is Astafon like using the sun to mess with time so that he can be like in charge forever?
I don't know. My brain hurts. You see,
That would
like
be my
that same
first
telltale,
idea,
like
is, horrible
blood
gore.
coming out of like one of my nostrils.
Oh my god. Okay. I need to help her.
Do.
Let me yeah. Sorry.
You gotta stop doing this, guys. Oh man.
The Herald says,
keep
wow, that's
going.
the first time I've ever seen that happen. This one's going in the book.
First
And
it
then
was
you're
like a celestial whale, and now Nizoon. I gotta stop doing this.
No, you should do it more.
I mean, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's very cool
Take
for
17 hit points, please.
Thank you.
You should definitely throw yourself into danger so we don't have to. I love that idea.
Yo, if you got a hit of that one time, and you see me like crushing up more arcane flux, you would know it's just it's just something different.
We need to spend that
What are
to
you
make
doing?
items. What are you
Oh
doing?
my god.
I just take a little
Stop.
sip.
No, it's
A little
coming. Give me
taste.
all of the arcane flux. Give all of the arcane flux you have to me, please. Right now.
Oh.
Hand it over.
Shouldn't
All
she
right.
have to roll
Thank
for that?
you.
Shouldn't
All
she?
right.
She did touch the flux. Shouldn't she have to roll for that?
Once we touch, no, then we have it.
No, but I'm just saying she crushed it and then snorted it. Shouldn't she have to roll for results, Steven?
Unfortunately, I don't have a random table for snorting arcane flux, but clearly I need to begin building these.
Not allowed. It's out of your hands. You don't.
I'm
get
just
to have
saying,
this
like, you
anymore.
know,
All
if it's a
right, all right.
10 and under, head explodes. 11 or above, buffs the party. Both seem like good choices. No, we're gonna pass on that. All right. then.
Listen, sorry,
I'm fine
I've
with
witnessed the
it.
passing of ages. Okay, pretty sure I could take a little bit of arcane flux. Okay, here and there.
Look, we just don't want to have to carry your ass around. We're in a
You were
cave.
in his head. You don't know.
I don't want to be in his head.
Well, it was crazy. But yeah, he is dead. Like, but he's there. I say to the Herald.
I really feel like Astafon was trying to make sure that he was in charge forever and did some kind of weird fucking spell.
What if he framed Iramon? What if he sabotaged her time stop spell in order to create a cycle?
But for what purpose? What is it? What is the repeat of every day grant him?
Time.
Power forever.
Time for
forever.
what?
He's immortal.
Eternal power.
But what did that like? Look, I'm
I
not
don't know.
saying.
I don't know.
I'm
What's
a
your theory,
king.
dude?
Well, hold on there.
I don't have charts yet.
Whoa! Calm down, druid. So all I'm saying is I bring up the point that even kings, even it doesn't matter who, would
Wizard
get
shit,
bored after a certain period of recycle over and over again. Trust me. We are on, I don't even know how many this, and I am over all of this. So I'm just saying, what in the end, what's the end game?
Listen, small brain, this is obviously a piece of a bigger puzzle.
Yeah.
Calm down. Calm down, orc bro.
I understand.
Whoa.
Sorry, my world has just been shattered by the concept of an eternally living being, so I'm a little stressed.
Yeah. I'm
all
sorry,
right,
Kyra.
whoa.
Sorry to break it to you.
Y'all are acting like crazy people. All I was proposing is that
No,
perhaps...
life and death is a construct, and we all exist forever, I'm pretty sure. But anyways,
what
it's
happened to
important
you
note
all?
that this isn't an answer, right? Like, it was a part of a paragraph. That's all I could get. And if you want to try better, sorry, feel free to go ahead and connect your brain to a sentience much larger and all-encompassing than yours. But
are you
that's all
arguing
I
with
caught.
me that I agree with? I agree with all of you. Why are you fighting me?
I don't know.
I'm
We're all just
asking
really
further
emotional.
questions.
We're just really emotional right now.
You're all acting like shadow people is what you're acting like, and I won't have it.
We're
Sarek
not
leaves.
shadow people.
Sarek
Oh
leaves
my
the chamber. Sarek leaves the chamber and does not return. I take my bow and I go.
Just like my dad.
Is he okay? Is he gonna be okay? Kairos, are you okay? And Kara, are they okay? Are you
Everyone's-
okay?
Everyone's fine. Everything's fine. We just have to figure this out.
Okay.
We're all just freaking out because we
I'm
all
sorry.
almost
I
died.
feel like this is my fault.
We're
because
in a cave of tunnels. Nothing is anyone. Everybody is okay, guys. Everybody. We're fine. We're fine.
Mhm.
We're fine. Steven, hold on. Let me see. I need to do something. Can I just create like a little orb of warm sunshine with Druidcraft to like just calm everyone down?
Totally.
I just create a little orb of sunshine. I'm just like, come here. Everyone, just look at the orb, feel its warmth, and remember that the sun is shining on us someday, somewhere, not outside because it's dying.
Oh, that just made me more sad.
Gelt steps over and he goes, "Oh wow, that's really pretty nice. Kind of like that. It's been a long time since I've been upstairs."
Kairos, you should go get Sarek before he gets bone snacked.
What?
You should go get Sarek before he gets bone snacked.
Oh, right. Sorry. Sure.
Are you okay?
The words of the that you were mentioning, the which I jokingly constantly shit posted on you that I thought were really cool. The lyrics are just like in his head.
Mhm.
The looping thing, and wondering what it could mean.
The riddles in the dark.
As he goes and gets Sark.
Come on, Sarek. We didn't mean it. Come on, where are you?
No, I'm too far away now.
Speaking of Steven, can I get that?
All right.
Can I get all that the slogan written on the wall and the constant chanting? Can I have that document?
Yeah, totally. Yep.
For later. Right now I have a migraine. But later. I've really got to stop hooking into these giant massive entities.
So do you guys remember the letter to Hadrax? I'm like rereading it right now and then rereading that one part where it says the sun will die. It's what comes after that is important. Help him see that. So do you guys, I mean, I don't know if that lends to it or not, but maybe like Astafan knew that it was putting a strain on the sun to do whatever he was doing.
What
He
if
didn't care?
What if time killed the sun? What if the sun was just meant to die and Astafan is delaying the inevitable?
I feel like something happened where it was like the sun was gonna die, and instead of saving it,
in the white matter formed.
Kairos.
Astafon decided to like take advantage of it.
I put my hands on either side of Kairos's face, and I'm like, listen, dude, I've whispered to the darkness and the madness a lot, all right? And you gotta have two brains. You gotta have your brain in the front that processes all the important things and keeps you sane. And then you gotta have the brain in the back. And you gotta know when to turn it on, when to turn it off. Otherwise, you will go insane. I used to know this dude. He followed like this dark wanderer through the desert. That dude's not really good anymore, man. Like, he's not really cool anymore. I don't want that to happen to you. You don't want to end up following a dude through the desert who's got a crystal stuck in his head, okay? You don't want that. I don't want that for you.
Oh, definitely. I don't want it either. You can make an insight check against me.
Gelt slides over to Inkara and he says,
I'm not good at that.
That was actually really interesting. I wanted to hear more.
Kairos would never lie to you.
Do you know anything about that, Gelt? Anything I'm saying sound correct or?
What were you saying again? I'm sorry, they got very distracted.
Well, I feel like maybe Astafon maybe something happened and the sun was going to die, and instead of saving the sun, Astafon decided to exploit the sun for power. And maybe the intention wasn't to be king forever, but was more to like become a god himself or find a way to be a king forever, but not in a repeating day, and then accidentally broke everything.
Well, I'm just a lowly cultist of Dahaka, but a lot of that makes a lot of sense to me. Everybody that I've ever met who's associated with the palace seems to think that Astafon's got a solution and he's gonna save the sun. But I feel like, I don't know, things are pretty good in the palace. Maybe he doesn't actually want to save the sun. I don't know. It's pretty weird. But I feel like, back when we had Dahaka, then I thought maybe there was another way out of it all that would really help everybody see
being
how
eaten.
good the world could be.
Being eaten.
Not for some sort of like glances in Aya's direction.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's your reality of paradise, that the people that sit here and suck up to Dahaka, those people get eaten and the rest of us just die. What kind of bullshit religion is that, bro?
Some of us just choose to suck up to different people.
Yeah, well, I feel like you and Dahaka are both full of shit. And guess what? We killed him, and I don't regret it. And that was his soul I fed to Nazoon. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. He's never coming back.
I just look at Aya and I say, that is so unhelpful.
I'm sorry, Ankara. He's just sitting here like, oh, the good people. Oh, the good people. Oh, no. So the sweet, innocent kids that didn't do. Oh, I hate cultists with like my crazy eyes and my dark circles. Oh,
yeah. Oh, we don't like them. I'm just walking her away, like kind of like, oh yeah, we don't like them. Back up. And like, we're away from him. I'm like, doesn't matter if you like him or not. We're just trying to get information. So
I don't think he has any.
We don't need to. I don't think we're going to be able to convert him any way or the other.
That's probably true.
He might have something though. But if you get into an argument with him about Dahaka, he might not help us.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm on your side.
Mm-hmm.
And then I turn around and I say, anyway, what were you saying? What was that?
I don't know. Maybe I feel like what she was saying was really like, I don't know, kind of a big deal.
Oh, she's just cranky. She says things. Just forget about that. So wait, what'd you say, Steven?
I said, oh, is she hungry?
Oh, she gets cranky when she's hungry. She gets cranky when she's sleepy. She gets cranky when she's awake. She gets cranky when she's full. You know how people are. What? Do you remember anything else about what I just asked you about? Do you think that the king is trying to be eternal? Have you heard anything from the palace? Like,
well, Glowick always said that King Astafon didn't have the best interests of everybody at heart, and that he had lost his way, and that's why we had to find our own path and guarantee our eternal glory of the eternal kingdom of Azidahaka. But you know, I don't know. Feels like Archbishop Glowick has kind of lost his way now too. It always made so much sense earlier when he said it, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to me anymore.
I'm trying to think of the right things to ask. Maybe he doesn't have any extra information.
Well, why don't we talk about it out of character a little bit? Like, what information are you hoping to find out from him?
I don't know. I guess
then we can like do some
trying
rolls,
to see
right?
if there's like, I guess I'm trying to see if he has like some, like snippet of a memory that gets triggered that he's like, oh yeah, I remember seeing this thing that would indicate that you are on the right path or not, like with that line of thinking. Yeah. Basically, I'm looking for any kind of clue that like that line of thinking is either correct or not correct, I guess.
So I think generally speaking, like the response that you're getting from him is that like he didn't really ever think about this before. And he used to buy into like this line of thinking that I think you've met a couple of people who sort of seem to echo this. Like I think even Iramon echoes this a little bit. Like King Astafon is working on it. He's got a plan. He's going to fix it. And like, as you start talking about your theory, like, no, Astafon's not going to fix it. Like he just wants eternal power. He wants to live forever. He's got all of the time in the world and the power. Like the sense that you get is that Gelt has gone through like sort of a loss of faith just recently. And they keep talking about like, until recently, things always seemed so clear, but they're not sure anymore. Mm-hmm. And what you're saying now is like raising questions that they've never considered before, because previously they were like in this world of faith, right?
Yeah.
They had a different solution. They were going to summon Dahaka and it was all going to be great, but that's not going to work anymore. And now that you're here, well, I never really thought about it like that, but it does kind of make sense. I don't really know anything about it specifically, but I don't know. You seem like you have some really smart takes on the whole situation.
Maybe. What about you, Herald? Do you know anything about that? What do you think, you old bag of limbs?
What specifically do you want to know what I think about?
Well, do you know anything about Astafon? Because we haven't talked to him about Astafon, have we? We were talking to him about Nizoon, but we haven't taled about Astafon at all.
Yeah, right? The Herald kind of says like, I've been living down here for a really long time. I kind of don't really mess around with the surface world. I study the esoterra of Nizoon, but I do know that I've been down here, repeating the same day over and over again for the last 847 years. So,
Is that the only thing that happened? You just woke up and it was Groundhog Day and that's it? You weren't aware of any other occurrences?
That was it.
Okay. Well.
That was a really big spell that went off, and then all of a sudden, I just kept repeating the same day over and over.
A spell went off. But you couldn't tell what kind it was at all? I don't know. I'm looking at Kairos to be like, am I missing a question?
I'm searching for Sark.
Oh, right. Shit.
Yeah, it was a spell that manipulated time.
Spell that manipulated time. No, I'm thinking like, are there things I can ask him that he would know from down there that might be helpful?
Mm-hmm. Let me take a look just at like my notes for him. see if there's a way to like pull out. Yeah.
And I guess like the story with the Dahaka followers is just that they started coming down there and being like, Dahaka will fix this. And then he hasn't talked to Nizoon. Like he hadn't talked to Nizoon or heard from Nizoon before. And then the spell happened and he still hadn't there was no update from Nizoon. Is that correct?
Yeah, well,
like nothing. Nizoon wasn't like, wow, that was a weird one. Like nothing.
Yeah, like I think if you ask him about like how do you hear Nizoon, what's your relationship with Nizoon like? He's like, oh no, he's there. He's just dead. Like I hear him all the time. He's just dead.
But did anything change with him when that happened? Like when
No.
Nothing?
Of course not.
He's just chilling. He's just dead, and time means nothing to him anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Eventually these Dahaka cultists started coming down here. Just be like, oh, join him. I don't know. Like the Zoom didn't listen to those guys. I don't listen to. I was just sleeping in the back. So eventually they stopped coming. So we stopped. We didn't really care about them anyway.
Sure. And no one has come down here for Nizoon?
No.
No one visits for Nizoon? Okay. Wait. Wish Kairos was here.
No one's ever said that. This whole campaign.
Well, I always need you around. What are you talking about? You're like an encyclopedia of what's happened in this game. I'm like looking through my notes. I'm like, wait, what do I remember? What do I forget? Sorry, I'm just looking through my little notes again to make sure. What is this? Oh. No.
We're closing in towards the end of today's episode.
Yeah, so, I guess we could.
While you are thinking about like if there's one last thing you want to like fire off before the end of the show, I want to know what's going on with Sarek and Kairos.
Yeah, go do that. I'll look.
We've been playing
Sarek. You stormed off down into the tunnels.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Going back to the rope that we all took, and I'm gonna try and climb my way out.
Okay.
I'm over it. I don't even care about this stupid mission. I'm done. I'm going home. Mission sucks.
Yep. Sure. And Kairos, are you like tracking Sarek?
Yeah.
Okay. So like
a survival test already.
Jesse.
Yeah.
How do you want this to go for Sarek?
Well, I rolled a 29 stealth, so he can't find me. Thanks.
Yeah. Totally cool.
So
I just
Sarek chooses not to be found.
Yeah. Is it your choice that like Sarek just vanishes and we're gonna find out later like what that means for Sarek, or do you want to like get found sulking under a tree somewhere and
it doesn't. It literally doesn't. I'll DM your heart's content with this. Literally, just canonically
he's asking you.
But
player permission, dude.
I'm saying that he has my permission to do whatever the hell he wants. I'm letting him know that in character, Sark is like literally just taking his ball and going home. Like that is where he's at mentally right now, where he's like done.
But where is home?
Well, he's literally just going to leave this cave, go outside, and attempt to like go out the bubble.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna take his ball and go home.
So like maybe the cool last scene that we can see for Sarek is him like getting to the edge of the bubble and like trying to step out. Yeah. Is that the most interesting way to see thing to see at the end of this show for you, Jesse?
Works for me.
All right, awesome. Yeah. What is Sarek thinking as he's like walking up the? So like remember, there's like the promenade from the camp, the dust of the earth camp, like where there were the wall tops with the spear throwing statues.
Sure. Yeah. I imagine like all of the various baddies that kind of respawn. Sarek's just like walking through and I'm not even like acknowledging their low level presence. Just like stupid. They think they're so smart that it's so can't even stand them anymore. And I walk up to the bubble and I'm just like, they aren't even my friends. Don't even know these people. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm going home.
Yeah. So you walk up to the edge of the bubble, and Sarek is just thinking of like, I'm leaving, I'm gonna go home. I don't care about this anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the wall of the bubble is in front of you. It's like this rainbow shimmering, like, sort of oil slick in the air in front of you. How do you pass through it?
Oh, literally just like he goes up to it and just like he's not a dummy, so I thwack it with my rapier, and I'm just like, you stupid thing, and I poke it.
Yeah, okay.
It's like, stop this time, stupid stuff.
So are you ever actually going to try to step through, or are you just like attacking it in fury?
I'm furiously attacking it.
Okay.
Trying to upend this stupid thing we're doing.
Yeah. So if you're just having like a tantrum and attacking the bubble, then if that's what's happening, then Kairos will catch up to you then.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's happening is I'm trying to cut my way through the bubble.
Yeah. Kairos, when you see Sarek sort of like angrily slashing at the bubble with his rapier, what do you do?
Sun's getting low, buddy. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Go and help him. So I go strike at the thing alongside him.
Cool. Nice. Yeah. So I think unless there's anything that either of you want to like happen here, like if either of you want to step through the wall, then we can talk about that. But if this feels like the good ending of the episode for the two of you, we can just like sunset on Sarek and Kairos having, maybe a little bit of a bonding moment over furiously slashing at the wall.
Yeah, because Kairos is here to listen, and it's up to Sarek to start the conversation. So otherwise, I would just be quietly helping you.
Okay. Meanwhile, Ankara, did
Couple
you have
things.
one last thing before the end?
God, I don't have a question to ask right now, but I've been thinking about things. So I just want to discuss them with the group before I forget them, which I'm already starting to. So I was reading through a bunch of stuff. One, yes, I believe, chat, we did know that this has been going on for a very long time, right, guys? Yeah, we knew that.
The majority of the
if,
people
like,
have dark eyes because they've like...
Yeah, we know. So that wasn't surprising to us.
Yeah.
Okay, so I read... Oh, my God. Wait. Oh, no, there's too many of these things. Well, the other thing I was thinking about was, do we have an explanation for like, so this happened forever ago, and then he created these basically mirror images of us, but then we weren't born till like however many years ago. So like, what the fuck is that all about? Have we existed the entire time, and then he cloned us, and then we died, and like the time loop thing?
we have no idea. I think,
and then
maybe like we're descendants.
I was gonna,
or something.
Where did it go?
But the initial premise,
just to like to sort of answer some questions that are in there, like time was moving smoothly up until the moment the dome arose, which like in your collective memory was like however long you've been inside the Sunfall Cycle, so like 67 days, 68 days now, plus 3 months. So like 3 months ago, or I guess like 5 months ago now, in your collective experience, the dome appeared, and like the call went out for adventurers to come back and like go into the dome and see if they could figure out what was going on. So like the people who you saw in the past, and because they are alive now, Sund and Melkart and whatever, like they're not like 800 years old in anything other than the forever loop of the dome, which you've now learned, I think maybe for the second time, that like there have been 847 years worth of days repeating inside the dome, and you only appeared inside the dome in the last 68.
So is this
the
one
other
of those
thing
like?
Oh, go ahead, Jesse.
Oh, say so. Is the assumption there then is that time itself is like every cycle is, because there's only so much time on the clock, that when the sun destroys, it isn't like a full day takes place. It's the days inside the dome are the X number of hours between the sun's cycle. And so that's why time seems faster.
Yeah.
The other thing that I forgot about was when we were talking about Astaphan's beloved, and the thing that was written about Asher, about when the dome fell, Iramon's magics interfered with Astaphan's mental domination, freeing Asher's mind from control. So I know we already knew some of that, but does that help us with establishing whether Astaphan had specific intentions or not, since he was apparently trying to mentally dominate everyone?
Yeah. So
I'm just bringing that up.
These are excellent questions that I can't answer because it's up to you to draw.
I'm bringing that up to the group basically and to chat. This is where my mind is basically. I don't have a specific question right now, but these are the things that I'm thinking about. So I don't know. We could probably end for today. I can sit on this for a while. Maybe I can get one question at the beginning.
Question for you, Stephen.
Yes.
On the total number of years, or whatever it is, that the total number of resets, does that include other groups, such as the one Kairos was from?
So here's how I think we're going to end this episode. There's a man standing in front of the dome. And he's got a massive two-handed axe across his back. And he's wearing this helmet that has two large globes here that are crisscrossed as if insect eyes. And there are two large curled horns coming off the top. They look like antenna. And he's just screaming and slashing at the dome. And he wears himself out. And then we hear this, whoa. This massive tiger comes up next to him, nudges, just rubs up against him. He puts a hand down and says, I know, Glowbug. I know.
Oh my God.
Glowbug is a tiger?
Oh no, that was Beast.
Yes.
Oh. But yes. And given that the hour is growing late, I think we have to call our session over for the day.
What is happening in this show? All right. Well, holy bajoli.
I think, Eric, we need to have a meeting and review your notes. I honestly would love to have an hour. It doesn't have to be streamed or anything, where we sit down and just go over everything we know so far, because it's getting so convoluted for me.
That sounds
Sorry,
good.
we can have this conversation off stream. We could do that. Maybe what we could do is do that, and then
do
we
a
can
Pepe
bring
Silvia
it.
board.
Yeah, we should do a Pepe Silvia board.
Sounds good.
I'm in. Sorry.
What?
I interrupted the end of the show.
There's nothing we need to do.
That's
except go to you, Britt, and find out
me.
if it is you.
It's me, Britt Wiseman. I'm not doing anything. I don't know. Just have a really nice weekend and try to do something kind for people. There's a lot of people suffering right now, and it's kind of overwhelming, but just try to focus on doing one good thing, I think, would be my request to all of you. And Black lives, as always, matter. And that's all. And hopefully next week, Eric and I will have Pepe Silvia this shit and have some information for ourselves and for everyone else.
Steven, what are you up to?
Oh, well, this Saturday is the first episode of Pawns and Patrons, which is a once per month Dungeon Crawl Classics campaign with Anna Prosser, Jen, Neil, and Rachel Seltzer. So if you want to know more about that, you should definitely follow me on Twitter at Silent Osiris, the O's 0, or any of those other fantastic people who you may or may not already be familiar with. That's it for me. Had a lot of fun watching you all theorize, so I'm very excited to see where your Pepe Silvia board goes. And if you're feeling lost or confused, or like you need more information, or if you're feeling frustrated, let me know. We can work on that together.
Also, I didn't want to go through the bubble this time because I want to get Karis to do it with me next time. Anyway, Aya, what is going on with you? How are you doing, Bronze?
I am trapped inside my own mind because I'm over here like, what if you go through the bubble and all the time you've experienced hits you at once? You'll only age like 60 days. But somebody who's been in here for 800 years, maybe they'll just be like, but that is a story for a different time. Hi, hello. I'm that bronze girl. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at that bronze girl, creating content and doing bronze girl things. But I've been thinking this entire last hour. I'm like,
creating content, doing bronze girl things. It's bronze girl. Eric, what are you up to?
Hey, it's me. I'm Eric. I'm playing Pendragon. Still running my Pendragon game. And it continues to just go from just, oh, yeah, this is going to be an easy game to absolute just gut-wrenching sadness. I don't want to spoil anything, but that game gets it. It's very good. It's basically, if you like Crusader Kings and been playing Crusader Kings like I am and I have been, then you might enjoy this game. It is like that with Arthurian fantasy strapped to it, and just a pinch of Call of Cthulhu, just a pinch. It's very good.
Interesting. Well, I mean, that's it for us. Hey, be aware. Next time, I'm going to try to break the cycle. So just like, I hope you all prepared.
the game's gonna end. We're all gonna.
Sarek has gone overboard. Y'all pushed him.
What did we do? We didn't do shit.
You treated
that
him.
was absolutely not the
shadows.
most stressful moment in our whole time together. Like,
you treated him poorly, and he hates y'all. So he's leaving.
How did we treat him
poorly?
What a
We've
baby.
let you take credit for so much stuff. You didn't
Baby
Not
do
enough.
Save
Not
your
enough
life
stuff.
Baby.
many
Not enough
times.
stuff. This
I'm not
is
gonna
why.
let you
This is
break
why I'm
that
gonna tear
bubble.
this
I'm
dome
gonna kill you
down.
and send you
Oh,
back
I'm
to
This
the
is
sorry.
room
why I'm
before
tearing
you
the dome
ruin
down,
everything.
and you're all gonna
you.
die. Are you all dead? It's happening next
No,
episode.
you're gonna go hang out on the
It's
moon
all
with
dead.
Marshmallow and Saloon and
Happening
think about what
next
you're
episode.
doing. That's what you're gonna
Bringing
do.
the dome down.
She can do it too.
Vaporizing
She's
time
not
and
like
space.
me. She can
Zap
cast
him.
real magic. Okay.
You'd have to catch me.
Not
Slash
like
That
dodge.
mean man insulted
Dodged
me,
it.
so I'm destroying
Dodged
the
it.
world.
Dodged it. Dodged it.
I'm gonna
You can't-
moonbeam
Alright, dude.
you.
You can't.
It's gonna
Dodged
follow
it.
you around with a
Dodged
moonbeam.
it. Stealth. Can't catch me. That's all I'm saying.
This is a World of
Dab
Warcraft.
on
You
these
can't
haters.
cloak vanish. That is not a thing in Dungeons and Dragons. You do not have cloak of shadows. You just remove everything and then
I
vanish.
welcome our contest next week.
She'll beat you. I mean, did you see? She killed like 8 gibbering mouthers.
Yeah.
She's gonna fairy fire you so you can't stealth, and then she's gonna freaking cast a wall of fire on you, and we're gonna be eating baked Sarek sandwiches for lunch.
That took a turn I was not expecting,
Whoa.
but like I'm kind of into. Kind of like a little bit. A little into
Do you want to be cannibalized or not, Jesse?
it. Maybe I do. All right. That is it for us. Steven is like, what have I done? Brace yourself, Steven. I'm tearing the walls down. I'm like Katniss Everdeen. I'm shooting the top of the fucking dome. All right. We'll see you
Ready
guys
for you,
next
Jesse.
time. I hope you have an amazing week. Bye, everybody.
You know, where's the payoff? Bring the strippers and booze. We do occasionally talk about video games. Bring the strippers and booze. Not enough time for video games. Bring the strippers and booze.
Oh, thank God, I don't need pants now.
Hey, JC, what are you doing? Not much. Making a fortune.
Yeah, now sing the music.
Bring the strippers and booze. I'm here to ask and answer one simple question.